What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Sports Keg Live tonight. This is not an NBA rundown, although we are live betting the NBA. I'm Spread Astaire, Sports Keg CEO. Will be joining me in a minute, but I'm here to go ahead and get us kicked off. Any questions, go ahead and ask in the chat, and I'll give you a brief breakdown of this game. Los Angeles Clippers, backs against the wall. Game 3 here. This has been a spot that I've liked throughout the years where you see a team lose on the road, 2 times, and they put bad tape out there. If you've bet the Suns, technically you haven't covered, but they've won the games. They've got things done. Well, actually, they did cover game 1, did not cover game 2 here. But usually down 0-2, we love this smash spot. But a couple sharp guys that I talked to, Tyler included, and Titletown, who was on the rundown with me this morning, think that this could be the spot where 3-0, and then we get our famous guy that everybody seems to love so much, Suns in 4. I see my guy DB Gnarly in the chat. Hey, nice win for the Astros yesterday. I don't see the score today. I personally like the Clippers here, but I didn't necessarily feel strongly about it. For those people who are members of Run Pure Bets, you would know that the game that I do feel strongly about, I posted for tomorrow night's game right after last night's game ended. I lean the Clippers here today. But Tyler likes the Suns. Title likes the Suns. I did the Pickswise show with Nadu and Kate Constable this morning. Kate Constable's been on fire. She liked the Suns, so I'm definitely in a corner here. And I didn't go too heavy on the play like I did tomorrow night's. That's already on the sheet. Let's see. Ronnie Lofton's in the chat. What's up, my guy? Suns plus 1/2 first quarter. -1 full game, 8 and over 15.5. So that 8 and over 15.5 is one of the top props I was reading. I think it was Dave Mason Bet Online, right? And so you think, oh well, everybody's on it. There's a reason. Like Title and I talked about this morning. As good as a coach as Ty Lue is, what's the answer you have for DeAndre Ayton? You don't have enough guy that's Zubac is big enough. He's too slow, and all the guys that are quick enough, Marcus Morris. I don't even know if Batum is, right? I mean, they're all too small. He's just going to be a really tough matchup. I love that 8 and over there. I think you're on a good one. Bridges over 12.5. I'm not against it. My concern there is that the role players sometimes do less on the road. Also, with Chris Paul back, remember, the usage for some of these other players will go down a tad. But at the same time, I mean, Bridges has been such a fantastic player. The other thing I don't like about that one is that the 12.5, right? They caught you on the hook where if he dumps 4 threes in there for you, you still come up a little bit short. But hey, I love the 8 and play, and Bridges could get there. DB Gnarly's telling me the Astros are up 6-1 in the 5th. Oh yeah, we hit that like against every game in the Orioles, the team total over there. So looks like we will get there as well tonight. So let's go ahead and talk about some other angles for this game. The first half trends for teams down 2-0 are like ridiculous. I think they're like 83 and 27 to first half. So that's why if you go online, you'll see this is really rare to see the same number for the first half and the full game. And in some books, the first half number is more than the full game. That's because of the power of that trend and how people are basically blind betting that trend. And hey, when you got a trend at like 70%, you could see why that's happening. Jonathan Nelson, glad to see you. Hey, you didn't quit when your team jumped out. You're not out there photoshopping Damian Lillard jerseys. You're still watching the NBA. And I'd love to know what you guys think. I personally love the new blood in the finals. The ratings seem to indicate it as well as they've gone up. We'd just love to hear your guys' thoughts on whether or not you like the ratings. Let's go ahead and look at some of the other numbers that have moved in this game. We talked about Chris Paul this morning on the show and whether or not he would be worth a look, not only in the prop market, but in the they took him off the board for me at Bet Online, so I can't give out any more props right now. But as far as DraftKings goes, we were talking about whether or not he would be a good play there at the captain spot or even to get him in your lineup in general. And I think Title made a great point. Title thought that you could pivot toward him. Just number one, that he would be low owned, and two, he could get a lot of assists even if he's just trying to facilitate. My point was, hey, if I'm him, I'm going to go ahead and lay back. I saw what this team did without me. let me let these young guys go. Ayton, they don't have a matchup for him. They do not seem to have an answer for Devin Booker either. So I would continue to exploit those matchups, and we'll see how that goes. And I actually think that his bigger impact is on the total here. I do lean towards the under here. Eric Chang is on Chris Paul's assists over. All right. DB Gnarly loves the new teams. These last few, I know. I think they've been fantastic. You know, my only complaint, DB, my only complaint so far from what we've seen, except for me not winning all my bets, what was how slow the last game was. The half hour for the last 2 minutes, man. That was rough. So that's got to be fixed. But you know what? We've been complaining about them jumping into their defenders and then getting foul calls, and now they've taken that away. Right? They seem to be listening to us. Right? So that's already on the thing. I hope that they fix this replay soon because I think that's been the only drawback so far was the fact that wonderful, exciting game, took a half hour for the last 2 minutes there. So DB Gnarly's with me. These have been so much fun to watch. Jonathan Nelson, I think you got to back the Clippers at home tonight. That's where I am, Jonathan. And I don't know, if it's particularly matchup based or just off of the fact that home teams down 2-0 that are fairly good teams usually come back and perform better in game 3. Marcus Morris is a guy that I'm looking to improve. Worries about him, obviously. Is he not 100%, because was it he's on the road where he usually doesn't perform well, or is it that he's really hurt? And who else is going to step up? Don't like Rondo minutes. Do not like DeMarcus Cousins minutes here. So give me some Reggie Jackson here. Give me some Terrence Mann. Let's see where we go. Eric Cheng said Clippers first quarter and first half back against the wall at home. Yeah, I mentioned a little bit earlier. I don't know if you saw Eric. I think it's like 83-27. Home team's down 2-0 on that first half spread. So the numbers definitely reflect it because it's the same line for first half and full game. And you cashed your Blue Jays first 5. There you go. Buckball bores you, huh, Ron? So Ron wants Suns Hawks. All right, and I would admit, okay, so I'm on the Bucks. So I'm against you, Ron, but just completely just thinking about the money. But hey, you're right. I think that Atlanta team is more exciting from a fan's perspective, and Giannis is an exciting player. So I don't think that's even taking anything away from the Bucks. I just think that the Hawks are that exciting. My guy Hustle Wilson in the chat. What's up, Hustle? Mikey, as soon as Jay gets back, we'll put you in the show. I can't do it from here, but he'll be back here. Yeah, DB, and you were at a bar, and I was sitting in my house, and I was watching that Boss show that comes out tonight on one TV and the other, and I just kept pausing it and unpausing it, and that's the only reason I knew it took a half hour. I'm like, wow, I almost watched this whole episode in the time that it took there. So, oh, stop, Mikey. How old are you? How old are you, Mikey? Come on. Yeah, Eric. Hey, so Eric, when that came out, right? So the Bucks series, someone had said that FanDuel floated like a rogue 150 for just a second. So I was expecting to get a minus 152, and I was gonna try and hit that. It hovered between minus 180 and minus 190 last night. Is two groups just went back and forth, and I'm talking about on Bookmaker, going back and forth, hitting it. Then they actually talked to each other on Twitter and said, "Hey, I'm the guy." Because one guy tweeted, said, "Who keeps hitting this Hawks? Every time I bet the Bucks, it keeps bouncing back." And the one guy went ahead and identified himself. He said, "It's me," but it settled in at about minus 220. I It's at this point, I don't know. That doesn't just seem like his value there. I mean, it's still like 66, 67% chance of the time. But I do like Milwaukee to bounce back, and I'm not ready to like write them off just off one bad performance where they were like 8 of 36 from behind the arc. Not to mention, do you guys think that Trae Young's going for 47 every night? Let's see. Yeah, Ron, you and Eric will be going heads up first quarter. So someone in the chat, we can get to put it on the board. Unfortunately, not both of you guys. Jonathan Nelson says Trae Young is amazing. That team believes in him. They are never out the game. Yeah, that's true. But I did see him get blown out by Philly a couple times. A couple times they came back though. So Davey Boy's in the chat. What's up, Mike? You could stay up for a minute. Yeah, you're exactly, Dave. I mean, yeah. I mean, when I was his age, 4 or 5 a.m. regular basis. Come on, Mikey. Minus 150. Yeah, I was seriously sitting here waiting for that. So, all right, Jay, we've made it through this little warm up. The chat's warmed up. They're ready to go. JSU's in the chat even. What's up?
Oh, JSU said I sent him a message, but I didn't see he got back to me. I'm gonna send him a DM right now.
Fun. All right, cool.
Mikey, listen. Sometimes nature calls, bro, and it calls at inopportune times. And yeah, it was a bad time, but nature called. But we are here. What's going on, Mikey?
Yeah, Mikey, what have you thought of the playoffs so far? Mikey, are you muted?
Mikey, are you fucking here, bro?
Mikey, can you hear us? I guess not.
Mikey, we can't hear you, bro. Hop out and hop back in.
Connor Butler's with us. Eric Chang says Trey going out depends on if Bud is going to tell his bigs to stop dropping on every screen. Yeah, I mean, but here's the thing, Eric. The solution's easy. You run Giannis at the 5. So, I mean,
my man, let's go.
What is up, boys?
JSU, how you doing today, bud?
Oh, I'm doing. I didn't know Mikey was old enough to be allowed on stream. Is Mikey old enough to even be allowed on here?
Yep.
Mikey, get out of here. Go back to your parents' house.
I mean, if you're not my favorite guy at Rumpure, bro, I don't know who is.
I love it because you're my man, so I love it. I had to come on here and talk some hoops with the boys.
What action you got tonight? I missed the rundown. I don't know if you were on with Spread today, but
I wasn't on with Spread today, so I actually took the Clippers.
We're on the same though, but Tyler already beat me to the sheet. So Tyler and Tyler are on the opposite. Tyler and Tyler are on the opposite. So
okay,
yeah.
Well, of course, title's on the Suns. Like, just tell me what's new. Of course. Spread, what'd you think of the game yesterday?
I mean, as a Bucks backer, I'll tell you what, I wasn't as worried. Like, I wasn't ready to, like, just – I mean, they went 8 of 36 from 3. Trey dropped 47 or 48 or whatever. It seems like the fixes are pretty easy. Obviously, I was actually more disappointed that the game didn't go under, that I missed my under, than I was about them actually losing. I still think that they're going to be able to command the series. What did you think, though? Should I be worried? Did you see stuff?
No, I mean, unless you see Trey dropping 35 plus or 40 plus every game, like,
yeah.
I think you're going to be okay. I can't imagine the Bucks are going to shoot that bad. Honestly, though, I hope the Bucks lose. I would love to see Atlanta win, but I just don't think in the end they're going to have the firepower.
Yeah. I mean, before you jumped on, I was talking with Ronnie Lofton in the chat, and I said, hey, I bet the Bucks, so I want them to win, because I have them to win the whole thing. But yeah, as a fan, like, I think Atlanta, Phoenix would be more entertaining.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. And I mean, I think these series are going to be entertaining, though. That's the good thing. Last night's game, I was definitely wrong on how it played out, but I did not see the Trey game happen. So
yeah,
I'll take the L on that one. So I mean, I don't know though. You can't expect Trey Young to do that every game, and if the Bucks don't change stuff up defensively on him, then Budenholzer really should be killed for being the worst coach ever.
Well, hey, did you hear the Mavericks news?
What news?
Who they might hire?
No.
Jason Kidd.
Oh, really?
You think Coach Bud is bad?
Oh, God.
This is the guy that couldn't even get out of the first round with Giannis.
Oh, boy. That'll be. How is he getting it? How is he getting looks?
I mean, he was on that championship team, so he's got a great relationship with Cuban, and I guess that like Luka really likes him, like as far as like the way that they talk. Like he says he plays like me, he thinks like me. So I guess it's more of a.
I mean, yeah, kinda.
I thought he was a terrible coach though when I watched.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, but I don't know. That's interesting though.
Yeah.
You like any player props tonight, JSU?
Yeah, let's look at some real quick. So, I bet the overs on Ayton. I just want to see just want to make sure what I got it at. So, Aiton's point prop was a 15.5 again, and I bet the over on that. I bet him to have a double-double. I think that's just easy money. Is Aiton over 15.5 and another double-double. They just don't have anyone to stop him. Like to me, Zubac in there is a plus for Aiton. It's not like a minus. Like I would prefer that over them going small ball. I think them for whatever reason when they go small ball, it's actually tougher on these centers. Probably because they have to collapse more and have like 2-on-1. But I don't know. I feel like Zubac is the best matchup for him. He's awful.
Two down, 14 to go right off the bat.
That number closed 15.5 minus 160.
Yeah, I was seeing minus 140 or 145 just a minute ago when I had it up. It closed at 160.
Yeah.
Wow. The number's just off.
Now, minus 130.
The number is just off. I don't understand the number again. I thought it should have been more towards like 17.
I thought it should have been like 20.
I thought it should have been like 17.5. I thought it should have been right next, like right in between 15 and 20.
He's a 20 and 10 guy now, basically.
Right in this series, I think he's going to easily be a 20 and 10 guy.
Yeah.
As long as he doesn't get into like foul trouble or anything like that, like something like that, stop him.
Who do you like to win? I know the Suns are up 2-0, but did you like them before the series started to win it?
Yeah, so I like the Suns in the series just because of Kawhi. I mean, if Kawhi was in this series, it's totally different. But without Kawhi, I like the Suns for sure to start the series. I just think this is the one game that I think the Clippers can steal. First game at home.
Doesn't it seem like if it's a 4-1 series, this is the one they pick up?
That's how I feel.
And I feel like it's 4-1. I almost wanted to bet the Clippers today, and then 4-1, like exact series score.
I think if they lose this game, I think they're just completely. They're just done. Like they're gonna give up that last game. I think. Like, God, Pat Beverly's. I'll tell you right now, Pat Beverly is like extremely key for this team because not only do they need him defensively, if he can hit some of those open 3-point shots that he's going to get normally off those rotations, that's going to help them a ton. He's got to be able to make those though.
Yeah, and they just need him for energy too.
Yeah. I mean, you saw.
I mean, that was a rough loss to come back from.
He was pesky as hell against D-Book last game. Like he was in his shit, like tipping the ball constantly, and obviously headbutting them, which was, in my opinion, totally on purpose. But I don't know if you guys see that replay too. I'm sorry, but when you reach in for a ball, your head doesn't do like you don't push your head forward into someone's face. You see what you're reaching into, like you move your head. I don't know. Like it seemed extremely blatant and intentional.
Are you partaking in an alcoholic beverage tonight over there?
No, actually, I got my water. Water. I know it. I'm the worst, Keg. What do you got?
I'm partaking in a little wine.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, wine. What kind of wine? White wine, red wine? What are you?
It's white wine. Yeah,
white wine.
I'm a girl, bro. Like I'm not a big alcohol guy.
I'm not either.
Wine is about all I can do.
Yep, my best friend owns like a wine company too, so it's funny. And I hate wine, or not hate. I don't drink it.
So for the people that are watching that have not bet an NBA future, which of the 4 teams do you guys think wins it all?
I mean, I think the Suns are just set up so well now. I think the Suns honestly should be the team that wins it. They just got so much depth. Like they have real role players that are just going to do their job, like Jay Crowder, Mikal Bridges. I mean, at the end of the day, you might look at their stats and be like, and how good were they really? But they just do like the little things. They got Cam Johnson off the bench, and then CP3 is the leader. Devin Booker's the star. DeAndre Ayton is just a physical monster inside. I think they have like a really good constructed full team that, unless you have a couple superstars like the Nets did to counter it, I don't see teams beating them. I thought the only teams that could have beat them were the Clippers with Kawhi, with them healthy, and they're obviously not. The Nets healthy, and they're out. So yeah, I think it's the Suns.
Yeah, and I'll jump on the opposite side, Jay, and just my analogy for what you're
Don't
seeing
take the Bucks spread.
Of course I'm going to.
I
might as well just keep riding it because look, what did Phoenix beat? They beat the Lakers with no Anthony Davis and a hobbled LeBron James. Then they beat the Nuggets without their best two players, with no Michael Porter Jr.
Bro, the Bucks literally, first of all, they just beat a Nets team that literally one star got out 60 seconds into the game, and then 3 games later, the other star gets hurt, and then the other star comes back and plays injured, and they still almost lose and go to 7.
But I still were able to overcome the best player on the planet right now.
I love JSU, Jay. I love JSU because he's not a yes man.
Oh, no.
If he thinks your opinion sucks, bro,
yeah, he'll let me know.
You better buckle up because he's not.
I can't help myself, Kay. You know what
I'm just saying, like, they haven't. Let's see them beat a full strength team.
Do we ask JSU the main
question?
What
about the Bucks? I don't get
it. They beat the Heat at full strength.
The Heat, oh God!
You had the Heat before that series. So you can't say that that's a bad win. That doesn't become a bad win just because they suck.
That was on purpose. Yeah, he threw the Heat right in my face on purpose. Oh,
I said you.
Get up.
That was my next. Well, my next question was, who wins the East? Obviously, we know who Spread likes. Do you think the Bucks win, Jay?
I don't.
You like Atlanta to win?
No, are you on?
I think they win. I think the Bucks win. I'm sorry, I confused the question up. I think the Bucks win. I will say though, our boy Big T bet on the Hawks at a nice plus money number before the series started. So I know it's just one game, and I don't read into it as one game because, like Spread said, I don't think they're going to shoot 8 for 36 from the 3. I don't think that Trae Young can do what he did in that first game for, the rest of the series. I mean, if he does Spread, then you have
if
to.
If he does,
if he
win. Does, you know what? I won't even be mad about losing my ticket because that will be such a wonderful performance.
Yeah.
And just like we need new stars, dude. It was so funny. Like all these ESPN people, what are we gonna do now that LeBron's out? Well, go ahead and check. The ratings are actually up, buddy. Like we were actually getting tired of that. Like let me.
You know why? New. I'll tell you why that is too. In my opinion, I think that people, even though there are a lot of people that love LeBron, but I think people were sick and tired of just constantly seeing this guy win. And let's be honest, he dominated the NBA playoffs for years. I mean, forever. Since he came into the league, pretty much the dude was just dominant. And we all know that. But I think people seeing it over and over and over, no matter where he went, I think it just got old for people, even though he was great. And I'll even say, he was great. But I think just seeing him constantly winning and in the finals, people got sick of it. Now we get to see some fresh blood. We get to see Devin Booker do the triple-double in Game 1. We get, Trae Young and his performance. I mean, this is awesome.
Yeah. I heard that Mangone's a big Kayvon Herter guy, huh?
Yeah,
Kayvon.
Yeah, Mangone is a fraud, by the way. Mangone was like, the Hawks this, the Hawks that. He didn't even bet on the Hawks. He was waiting for a good number, live betting it, and he didn't get it because they were obviously playing well the entire game. What a fraud Mangone is.
I hope he's listening.
Mikey, Are we squared away with the technical problems or what?
Dude, I was here. You weren't here.
Listen, bro, I had to go to the bathroom, bro. Sometimes you got to go to the bathroom, bro.
Then you come, and as soon as you switch us over, boom, my thing just shits the bed. It just went silent. I was like, what the fuck?
I mean, I do have to say one thing. It's way past your bedtime, so I'm proud. I'm proud of you right now, bro.
Dude, I'm so tired.
Mikey, what do you do when the JWowws come over? Like take little naps when they're on their way, or what?
Literally, set an alarm to wake up.
A 9:30 p.m. appearance by Mikey?
Dude, I literally went out and I did a nice activity after work just so I'd be up so I couldn't come on the show.
JSU wasn't even sure that you were old enough to join the program, Mikey.
Yeah, Mikey, I didn't know you were old enough to actually gamble. Can you gamble? Are you 21?
I got a bad gambling problem. What do you mean?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
So I got a quick question. I mean, you just stated the obvious that LeBron's been dominating since he got in the league. I mean, have we ever seen a player do that besides him?
Here comes the LeBron fucking blowjob.
I mean,
yeah, like
no. So
Bill Russell never won like 10 titles in 11 years.
Yeah,
never. That never happened.
This is a silly question because Michael was in and out of he won 3, he was out for a year and a half, and then he came back, he won another 3, and then I don't know about LeBron longevity. I will say the fact that he didn't get hurt and played all those. That's, I think, the most impressive thing to me throughout LeBron's entire career is not what it's the fact that he just played. If he got hurt, he just played constantly through injury and was always really good, no matter what. I'll keep saying this. I remember one game in Boston. I was at the game, and it was a game 5 of the playoffs or something like that. And LeBron rolled his ankle, and I mean, he looked like he couldn't walk. And they called the timeout, and he walked back to the the huddle. He sat down. The Boston fans were cheering, and everyone was clapping. They thought he was done. They thought he was going back to the locker room. I mean, he comes back, and not only does he come back, but he shits on the Celtics the rest of the game after he got injured, and he just dominated. And I think that's one of the things that LeBron. People should be actually giving him more credit for is the fact that he consistently played through injury throughout his career. If he got injured, he just consistently played through it and was always really good.
Joseph Hot Sauce work checks in. Let's go.
What's up, buddy?
What's up, guys?
What's up, Joey Work?
Let's go.
We're here.
Let's go.
We're here.
My girlfriend's waving at me, asking me what I'm doing right now. I'm on the show right now.
So, who
She's
are we
it's 9:30 at night. What are you guys doing?
We're going in on
you're doing like
here?
Korean baseball lock or something.
Yeah, we're doing the what was the league Joey worked that got into the fight where we saw the baseball bat swing at the pitcher?
That was the Mexican League.
Yeah.
I mean that video was wild.
That was awesome.
The dude literally lost the bat though. He was gonna try and just cave that pitcher's face in with the bat.
Yeah, he tried to throw the bat and then he threw his glove.
Was he throwing it? It looked like he was gonna swing at him, and it slipped out of his hand.
Yeah, he tried to throw it as swing throw.
Yeah, swing throw. There you go. He completely whiffed though.
We're rooting this DeAndre Ayton points team over in right now, Joe. That's what we're doing.
All right, because I got gear for all the teams here. So who we need to root for? I'm ready to go. If you want
Joey Work. I want to know Joey Work. Joey Work. Who do you think gets it done in the end? Who's the winner of the NBA? Who wins the championship?
The Bucks.
The Bucks? No.
Yes.
Oh God.
That's coming from. That's coming. That has
Joey
a son.
Work.
Joey owns a Suns jersey.
I got it fucking right here.
Here it is. Here it comes.
Oh, damn, that black jersey is nice.
That's why I said
it is nice, huh?
That's why I said you want to ruin the Suns tonight. We'll ruin the fucking Suns.
Who's the jersey we got? What's the
Devin Booker?
Devin Booker. Okay, yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I I got my Clippers jacket downstairs. That's why I was just making sure root for the Suns tonight.
He's got a Suns
cash for the ticket
on, and he says the Bucks win it all.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe it. What are we doing here? The Bucks.
Because Joey's seen the same thing. You beat up a bunch of old fighters out of the top 15 that come in with injuries, right? And then you got the other one going toe-to-toe with the greatest.
Yeah, I
just said toe-to-toe with the greatest. That's what he
said. They went toe-to-toe with KD. You'll agree with me right now that Kevin Durant is the best basketball player in the NBA right now.
Spread. I've been saying it on those rundown shows before the playoffs even started. Yeah. I remember people were asking this question, who's the best player in the league? I think I was the only person on our panel that said Kevin Durant. And I don't know if you watch that playoffs, I don't know how you can say otherwise.
He's head and shoulders. Hey, did you see him wearing the Tony Kukoc jersey today after getting the beef with Scottie Pippen?
I did.
Let me tell you what surprises me. Our guy Spread Astaire had preseason of the 2018, 2019, 2020 every year. Spread, who's the preseason pick? The Clippers. Yeah. And now here we sit in the Western Conference Finals. The Clippers are here, Spread.
And Jay,
if Kawhi was in there, I would be on him.
Because if Kawhi was in, it changes this series completely. I mean, he is like by far their best. I think he's way better than Paul George.
That's fair. That's so. Fair. Do the Clippers win that game the other night if George sinks those 2 free throws with 8 seconds left?
Yes.
No, they win. Yeah, and that
then they have to shoot a 3. Yeah, they don't. Yeah, exactly.
No, that's that playoff P. Showing his head.
Mikey, who you got winning the championship?
Yeah, Mikey, nice to see you.
Mikey, tell me you don't like the Bucks too.
Mikey's got the Lakers winning, even though they're not in.
Yeah. Look, Lakers,
LeBron.
Lakers would have won with a healthy team. I mean, let's be serious.
Can LeBron just jump on the court and play with the Suns because they're obviously the favorite?
I think what we see is a lot of hate on LeBron is from these MJ homers because he's been dominating the game into the league and he's gone to all these finals. I mean, I get it. The older guys are like, oh, MJ this, MJ that. It's tough. It's a tough scene. It's just a tough.
I'm not old.
No, it was more a Spread.
Yeah, he's definitely going to me.
That's just Spread as Spread.
Because it's like because that's what their generation does. They say, I don't know history, so you're stupid for knowing it.
Spread's literally getting crapped on because he watched Michael Jordan in his prime.
Listen, I'm 40. I'm 40, JSU. So me and Spread had a 2-hour argument with Mikey.
You had an argument with Mangone. I just I was dumping the gas.
You grabbed that rebound, ain't
I don't know. I think the Bucks win. I think they get it done. I'm with Spread on this one.
You think the Bucks get it done?
I think they get it done. I think that was just a 1-game fluke for the Hawks.
You know, guys, I don't want to have to take everyone on this panel's money, but I might have to just take everyone on this panel's money because the Bucks are not winning the championship. Giannis ain't winning a championship.
I mean, I'm not confident enough to bet it. Don't get me wrong, but if I got one choice, get out of here. Is that a homer? Fucking foul ball.
Who are we rooting on, Joey?
I'm rooting the Red Sox. I'm rooting the Red Sox here.
Oh, did we go back in on the Rays again?
I took the Red Sox money line. Fuck the Rays.
Yeah, you've been on the Red Sox train.
Yeah, I have. I've been on this whole series. I took the Red Sox game 1, the over game 2, and I went back to the Red Sox.
What's the score? What's the score?
0-0. The Rays have 0 hits. They're gonna have the Red Sox got a no-hitter going so far.
Who's pitching?
Nick Pivetta.
Pivetta pitched, and they went to the bullpen already. They're on the third guy. The 8th. 0-0 in the 8th. He just missed the homer. Sorry.
Did Boston have any hits? Jesus.
Yeah, they got like 4.
How did Zubac not finish that? Did you see that, JSU?
Dude, he is. I'm telling you,
he got like tapped on the arm and it made him miss the dunk.
Brett, what were you and Keg doing when the Hawks were down like 20 to the Sixers when they came back? When I got off?
Oh, dude, that night was terrible for me. Like,
What,
I mean, just
no,
long story short.
it wasn't terrible for all of us because one of
Yeah.
us hit the Hawks that big plus money.
Yeah, and while I'm over there because my dryer broke, my girlfriend's washing machine broke, but then when I took it over there, so we actually had a set at the same spot, I dumped it, and so she gets home and it's all dented and everything. And she's a very wonderful woman who's very supportive of everything I do, but she also has a temper, and she was not happy because she thought the whole thing was broken. So I had to go over there and get everything going. By the time I get home, I already see that they lost, and we had already said you can't even bet this game.
Mikey, we had subscribers that hopped in on the Hawks at 16 to 1, 11 to 1. We have some sharp subs, man, at Rump here. And I ended up getting them at like plus 300 when they were down 4 with about 4 minutes to go. But the subs, they killed it. They grabbed them at 16 to 1, 11 to 1, 9 to 1. But I got in late, but we cashed it.
Yeah, I remember that game being a blowout, and then you guys were like, "Oh, it's something to bet." And then I went to bed, and I woke up, and I was like, "Holy shit, the Hawks came back down 20." I was like,
Yeah, it's like everyone on the crew cashed a plus 800, and all I got was a clean T-shirt. You know,
I mean,
Don't worry, Spread. You and Mangone as well got a clean T-shirt, and Mangone was on the Hawks. So you know, I want to know how you can be on the Hawks but not bet them. If you're on the Hawks, you better be betting them. Like, I don't even understand that.
As a matter of fact, you're not even on the Hawks until you
bet them. Yeah.
There you go.
What
if Mangone was doing all this
I think
stuff
Mangone
on
would be like
Twitter.
a good financial advisor for one of those big like hedge funds or whatever.
Where is Mangone? Why is he on this stream right now?
I sent him the invite. I sent him the invite.
Yeah, Mikey, jump in the Call of Duty lobby and tell him to come in here.
Yeah, tell him he's getting roasted in here and to get in here and save himself.
He gave me something like, I'll be out from 8 to 10, but if I get back home at 10, I'll try to hop on.
Oh, get out of here. Oh, my God, dude. Are you kidding me? I'm sorry.
Oh, the Sox are a spreadsheet play. Let's get this home.
Bro, he just hit it too. His back was against the wall.
Oh.
Let's see what happens. Let's just message him. See if we can get him on. He's gonna come on. I'm realistically probably gonna get on.
He'll come on now because JSU's here. So
he'll come on.
Yeah, he'll come on.
Just tell him I was talking shit. He'll come on.
That's what I said. I said they're calling you out on the show.
Nothing's better than when Joey Worth talks shit to Holden. That's still my favorite thing of all time.
There's nothing
better.
Where did that even start from?
There's nothing better in the world than watching them two go at it.
Oh, I know, because Holden's like, come in here, Joey Worth, you asshole. I love you. And Joey Worth's like, fuck you, Holden. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. We're winning. We're winning over here. Let's go.
Holden gets mad that I give out plays. You know, I just give winners out. He gets mad that I give them out. You know, you
2 weeks.
Tell Holden to start giving out winners. Tell him to shut the fuck up and start giving out winners.
2 weeks ago, Holden didn't even have to be on the show. He was in the chat telling everybody about his vacation that he was going on. Joey was like, all right, let's stop the show so Holden can give the fucking play-by-play on where he's about to go on his vacation.
That was my solo show, too.
It was fantastic. It was fantastic.
Who was the subscriber that he was supposed to fight?
Zach Davis.
Oh, the GOAT.
The GOAT.
Zach Davis the GOAT had to step away.
Yeah.
The GOAT's in training. You guys think he stepped away? He's at the fucking gym every
smart,
day.
huh?
He's gonna come back yoked, and he's like, Holden, I'm ready.
The GOAT said he had to step away because he had to get his life together. He said he had to get his life together.
He's always living in chat.
I was like, all right, buddy, you get that life together. We're here.
The GOAT he's going to the gym every day. He's gonna come back yoked and be ready to smack Holden.
Yeah, Joey was going to set up a whole MMA event.
Oh, we're already setting up. They're running. We're running. We're going. So you just need to tell me when he's ready to go, and we'll put him in a month later.
So Joey, on the MLB show today, were you listening when Big T and DC both said that together they could hold me down and tie me up?
I did hear that.
Yeah. So first of all, I just want to let you know if you were to ever set this event up, one wouldn't be able to catch me. Two, both of them together are still not strong enough to hold me down. Even if Big T were to try and sit on me, I'd just friggin' crank his arm or break his kneecap and I'd get off. Like there's nothing those two could do to keep me down and tie me in like actually tie like my arms and my feet down. Yeah.
JSU's like Mr. CrossFit, owns a gym. Like, imagine somebody saying that they could hold him down, though.
I mean, I
would love to see it, though.
When I lock people in the cage, there's only two people.
Try and run around and grab me. Like, that would actually be the best thing ever. It's like watching Big T try and get me.
Andrew's coming in hot. I think
Big T
could do it himself, he said.
I'll tell you right now, I already know Big T. He's already got a hurt meniscus. He's got a bad foot. He tore his plantar fasciitis and I think his right foot.
Sounds like the Suns' competition there, JSU.
I'm telling you right now, he's broken down. Big T, he's a broken down man right now.
I heard Title's trying to take $10K off of him in a basketball game again.
Now, I'm going to go back to Big T side. I think if Big T starts playing some hoops, he'll be fine for that game.
Yeah, I want no part of Big T side.
You think Tony?
Yeah, did you watch the last game?
Yeah, I did.
Back strong?
But see, I've actually played like 5-on-5 with Tony when he was regularly playing basketball. So, like, I know that he's better than what he actually showed.
Oh, okay.
So
I know it for a fact.
I hate that 3 dribble rule though. Like it may be good for them, but for the fans, like let's get rid of it. It's like instant replay. Like it just needs to go.
Yeah, well, see, Title won't bet it though any other way because he's afraid Big T will just back his ass right down and
I mean,
which he would for sure. If you took that 3 dribble rule away, who would you bet?
I was still bet Title.
It could be a giant hustle. Tony might have dropped the first game because he knew he was going to be able to take money.
He didn't fall on the floor on purpose. I mean, like
Joey goes right in.
That was the best part.
He just goes right in. He's like, he didn't fall on purpose. I'll tell you that.
Joey doesn't give a fuck, bro.
No. I made the line first time. Uncle T comes at me. I made the line like, Big T slightly favored, and I got slandered.
It was true. I was a part of it though too. I definitely thought he was a favorite. I was wrong.
Aiton's got 10 already.
We need to get an RPS 5v5 going.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, I'm with it.
What's up, Steve? Steve Boynton in the chat.
Yeah, I'll be the bookmaker. I'll take the bets.
Yeah, whatever you do, Keg, just bet on my team. Whoever's on my team, just bet on my team. You'll win.
You're that good, JSU?
I love the confidence, though.
I mean, I know most of the guys. I've seen them play, so I know that I'm better than Title's definitely one of the best too. He might be better than me, but I think we're pretty close.
I mean, but everyone's taller than you.
Yeah,
that's why I maybe would give him the slight edge.
Joey's
I still don't think Joey though, skill wise, I have as much skill as he does. I can guarantee you that.
Dude, height doesn't matter. Just put your fucking hands in his face.
Yeah, Mikey's
I'm
the
not
same
worried
height as
about
you. That's
height.
why.
I'm saying people would give him the advantage.
Yeah, I'm only 5'6".
Yeah, exactly.
Mikey knows.
Put these two on the bottom on the same team. 2v2. Give me whoever. I'll play with spread.
It's me.
Wait, you and Spread versus me and who?
Mikey.
We win.
I mean, I don't know if Mikey's good, but we'll still win.
Dude, I'm a bucket. Just give me the ball.
Bucket. All right, never mind. I don't want Mikey on my team. So I say I'm good and I got skills, but when you say I'm a bucket, that's when I go, nope, sorry. That's real basketball players don't say that. Like, no one says I'm a bucket.
He said just clear out and give me the ball, JSU.
I don't know where I draw the line.
I don't like to lose, so I don't fucking.
What's the over under on? Like every time I hear somebody's height at Rumpure, what's the over under at Rumpure Sports and Rumpure Bets combined on people over 6 feet tall that work for the company? Like how? I mean,
what's the over? Like if you had to say.
Yeah, if you were going to set a total, how many guys are over 6 feet tall that work at Rumpure Sports total, including the bet side? Because each guy is shorter than the next.
I can't tell Spread's height, but he seems tall to me. I'm wrong.
I'm
6 feet.
Yeah. I'm 6'1", Spread 6 feet. So you
Joey
count.
Worth, you're just under 6 feet.
Yeah, I'm not 6 foot.
Yeah. Okay.
JT Hayes seems like he's a big boy, huh?
You know, I don't know if JT Hayes is 6 feet though. I don't think he's 6 feet. He might be like 5'11", 5'10".
Big T's definitely 6 foot.
You think so? He is?
Big T? Yeah.
No, JT, not Big T. I know Big T. So Big T's
Big T's like 6'3", right?
Yeah.
You got me 6'5".
Title.
Yeah.
You got me, Tony, and Spread are over 6 feet. Who else?
Title.
I think Hoop is right around there, 5'11", 6 feet. I think he might be 6 feet.
5'11" doesn't count, bro.
Well,
Title?
no, I think he's 6 feet. Title said he's 6 feet.
Yeah, because he was about the same size as Big T
like,
in the video.
Title's up there.
Too, I think.
The number's got to be like 10, Jay, because I think AP's 6'1".
AP's tall.
Yeah, AP's tall. Yeah, I would put the number around 10.
All right. That's more than I thought.
So back to my basketball skills. I play absolutely no defense.
You're a bucket. You're a bucket.
I'm telling you right now, I've played hoops all my life. Nobody's ever said that to me who actually plays basketball. I'm sorry. I don't play
basketball.
It's only like a 2 or 3 year old
I know
term.
you haven't. This is my point. Joey Ward, you just proved my point. You
literally
said I don't play basketball.
I sit on the arc and I just shoot, and that's it. That's my style.
We got Stevie Boynton said I'm 6 feet flat. He counts.
There's another one. Yeah, I mean, maybe the number is even higher. Jay, I don't know.
Well, who are the short guys? Me, JSU, Dunkel, Mangone.
I mean, yeah, all those. JJ's got to be under 6 feet, right?
Yeah, I don't think he's that tall.
Yeah, JJ's under, I think. Yeah.
Did anybody watch his video the other day when he came back?
What's the line on the Suns right now?
They're saying give Mikey a timeout for the comment.
5.
I'm not sure what he said though.
I don't know. I mean,
Does Kenny want a 1v1?
Let me ask you a question. Who says I'm a bucket?
A straight baller. What do you mean?
I mean,
Yeah, he's a walking buck. He doesn't play defense. He just wants the ball.
Yeah.
He can play with JSU. That's why I immediately got him off my team.
No, I don't want him on my team. I'll want someone else.
I can't wait.
I'll take any other chord at RPS. All right, I don't want anyone who calls
We're
himself.
gonna have our 5v5. My over/under is gonna be at like 3.5 points. I'm gonna drop like 7 points, and everyone's gonna be like, "Holy shit, he's a bucket!" And then you're like,
tell you what, if there's one guy over six feet tall at Rumpure that's useless at playing basketball, that guy is me. that guy is most definitely me.
Just
So,
stand under the basket, get the rebound.
Yeah, I could do that. I could do that. Do I have to run down the other end of the court though?
No, just stay on defense.
Yeah, I could do that, Joe. I could definitely do that.
God, the Suns are just struggling to hit an outside shot right now.
Well, right now they're plus 2.5 live. What was the pregame close?
Minus 1.5.
1.5.
Yeah.
That gif, Adam.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't wait. We need to have a tournament just so I can just show you guys dominance of a small, fat, 5'6" foot me.
So you're saying if we were going to play a game of like around the world, you'd be the favorite, Mikey?
Dude, I'm an in-game player. Who the fuck is good at practice?
You're a 5'6" guy that
Who the
plays-
fuck was good in practice?
I'm not a practice.
Man, Mikey, you got to look up this guy on Google named Allen Iverson. You would love him.
Oh, I love that video.
My favorite player ever.
Well, my favorite too when I was that age.
I think he's still my favorite player ever.
AI.
No matter what age, yeah. AI was the shit.
Yeah, in the '80s, Dominique was my favorite player, and then
That's fair. I
it
didn't
was
see much
Iverson.
of Dominique.
I remember it was Iverson. I can't remember how we did it at the time, but we had managed to sneak like a little TV into school, and I watched him play like during my math class when he was at Georgetown, and I'm like, this dude is the tightest dude on the planet. Like, you drop
He-
like 36 of the team's 72 points.
You know
or
how
something.
like on the TV they look bigger? Like he
Yeah.
still looked small. Like,
yeah.
like real small, you know?
Yeah, like Steph is way bigger than you would think in real life. Like he's 6'3",
Yeah.
right? Like I mean, like he looks
Oh.
almost like a football player. Like
No,
Allen
yeah,
Iverson did not
Iverson
look
looked-
like that.
Looked small.
And
And
I
what they
remember this
list
is-
him at? Didn't they list him at like 6'1"? He
6'1",
wasn't.
but he was really 5'10".
Yeah, he wasn't 6 feet.
And I remember this is back really before the internet. I mean, it was there, but it was just emails. And I got this DVD, and it was like Allen Iverson's college football highlight or high school football highlights. And I'm like, oh, I thought it was gonna look like Barry Sanders. It was literally just him like turning the corner and just outrunning everybody, like just on sweeps. Like it wasn't good like highlights at all.
They said though, like people said though, that he was a better football player at the time.
Yeah, I mean, I would just think that he's so small, especially the way they played back then. Like, you know,
Chris Paul has 0 points right now. Still, his total is 11.5. Do you guys think he gets going?
I mean, this is the Suns team right now, just struggling to hit buckets, and it's actually impressive that they're
that they're this
as close as it is right now.
Being on the Clippers and having put a small amount of money on them, I'm worried.
Payne just got hurt, so that might actually give CP3 more time on the floor than they even expected him to play.
Yeah, because those each won more minutes were not very good. Even though the Suns won both games, I mean, they were terrible minutes. Hey, Steve.
Look at Steve Boynton. He looks so good. Look
What's
at
up?
him.
What's going on,
He's
guys?
definitely 6 feet tall. I can tell.
My
I
man.
can tell.
Steve?
Yeah, Steve looks like an athlete. He looks like he's ready to go.
Yeah,
He
Steve
just
looks like
finished,
he'd be good to
50 push-ups,
He can
10
run up and down.
pull-ups.
Give me Steve on my team. Joey Work. I want Steve, not Mikey.
It doesn't work like that.
That's
I'm trading. I
You
want
need a
Steve.
rebounder.
Every time I talk to Boynton, every time he's at Wrigley Field. Like every
He
time.
goes there like every other day.
Steve, what are you doing? I'm catching a Cubs game, Keg. I went 8-0 at the Cubs game today.
That was one time, Keg. That was one time.
What's going on, Steve?
Not much. Hanging out. The fiance's out with the girls tonight, so just hanging out, watching the games. It's been
Got
fun.
any MLB action going tonight?
The only late night bet is the Dodgers team total. Had a bunch of stuff early. Some K props that hit. Got super lucky on the Poteet K prop after he gave up 5 runs in the first 2 innings. So,
Joey, didn't you have a Dodgers game bet?
Yeah, that's on the sheet.
yeah, so we're on the same thing there.
It's not on the sheet right now.
Yes, it is.
Did you move it? Oh, maybe JJ moved it?
JJ usually moves them after they actually tip off.
Oh, yeah.
Off
Joe,
is
there you
baseball.
go.
What's first pitch after they throw the first pitch? That's the right move.
Joey likes the same thing. Let's go.
Yeah.
Hey, Steve, do you remember how Gavin was telling us about like the long toss last time we were on?
Yeah.
So I've been taking the boy out, right? And so I said, okay, all I care about is you have to do 20 minutes of long toss, and then you get to do whatever on practice today, right? So then he pitches, his arm's a little sore. I say, okay, well, we're going to work on your conditioning. We're going to run the bases, right? But the field was a little wet. I have not fallen that hard rounding first in 15 years.
trying to run the bases. Yeah.
Yeah. It was
hilarious.
absolutely terrible. I was like, oh, man.
I emailed Gavin an invite. He told me to send him one. I sent it to him like at 8:30, but I don't know. He never popped on unless he didn't get it. He might have.
He actually just texted me a minute ago. He said, "Are you watching the live stream?" I said, "I'm on the live stream."
Tell him I emailed him an invite unless he didn't get it.
He texted me yesterday. I think it was yesterday. He goes, "Have you heard from Keg? I've sent him multiple emails this week, and he has not responded to anything."
Damn, Craig.
No, wait, that's not fair. I emailed him twice this week.
Look, he said, "You heard from Keg the last couple of days?" I said, "Nope." He goes, "I've been emailing. I haven't heard a peep since Sunday."
Yeah, him and I, we've gone back and forth a couple times. Tell him I'm going to send him another link. Maybe he didn't get it. I don't know.
Maybe you guys just have the wrong fucking emails.
Why don't you settle the fuck down over there?
Maybe it's a little bit of a Harry and Lloyd action.
All right, let's get this team total home.
Did you guys listen to JJ's video the other day of him coming back from his dad's?
No.
Oh, dude, that video. I think I was listening to it at work. I don't think I've ever laughed that hard while working. Him talking about his dad leaving frogs.
Yeah, that was funny as hell. I watched it.
That was so. It's like, and there are a bunch of horny frogs outside my window.
Yeah, he's like, you said it there on purpose?
Yeah, he's like, what are the chances?
I couldn't let him know that I knew, though.
That was great, that show.
JSU, who'd you put as your captain tonight?
PG.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, PG. Remember, I like the Clips in this game, so I was kind of heavier on the Clippers side.
Yeah, I like the Clips, but I went Ayton. I don't know.
I like Ayton. I had Ayton in my FanDuel core. I liked him here. I played him a lot.
So on these percentages, though, yeah, I guess I'm a little different because he's only 11% on captain. PG's 28%, but I'm on the little $4 one, just a little $4 try and win 20K or whatever.
Yeah, but that's probably the right. They're probably around the same thing.
Yeah.
In most contests, around that.
Well, I'm looking. Luke Kennard is a captain in 0.4%. That's definitely getting different.
Yeah, Luke, there's just no. I just don't see the upside in Luke Kennard.
Yeah, I threw him in there just because I wanted to get Ayton, Booker, and PG all in there, so I had to run a couple $2,000 guys.
And it wasn't a slate where I loved all the studs. That was the other problem with
Did you fade one of them? I didn't put CP in.
Yeah,
CP3
I faded Booker.
Oh, okay.
And then I had CP3 in a couple, but I had most of Ayton for sure.
Yeah.
When I saw Zubac was starting again, I was like, "Yep, that just confirms my Ayton bet. Just like playing Ayton, he's gonna crush again."
Yeah, I put Zubac in there right now, and he's giving me a little fire symbol. He's at 19.25.
Oh no, for fantasy, Zubac's fine.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter how many points you give up.
But I'm not talking about. I'm saying on defense, he just can't
he's
stop
terrible.
DeAndre Ayton.
But you know what? I didn't even really care because it's just like who is going to stop him? They don't really have someone. Ty Lue doesn't have an answer there.
All I know is that small ball lineup got them to this series, and they're going away from it for some reason. I have no idea why.
I think it's just Ayton has post moves and Rudy doesn't.
I don't know.
And nobody on the Lakers does,
I still think it's their best chance, Fred.
I mean, I said Lakers, Mavericks. Excuse me.
I mean, if someone's playing Kennard at captain, I guess they're hoping for that Kevin Huerter game where he just goes one guy just goes bonkers. But I just feel like he doesn't have that upside.
JSU, how many podcasts have you listened to with fake Ben Simmons trades yet? And what's your favorite one?
I've been trying not to listen to too many podcasts talking about Ben Simmons. I need to
Something's
stop.
wrong with my life because I've listened to about 5 or 6.
I got Holden at me about, Simmons being signed by the Shanghai Sharks, and I just just all this stuff. I'm like, I need to stop talking about Ben Simmons for a little while. I don't actually hate the guy in real life. I just don't think he's a super skilled basketball player.
Yeah.
It was always my take, and everyone said he was a star and a superstar, and they said it for years, and I just laughed at that for years. And I'm gonna say I'm right now. I'm taking the victory lap, and I don't know how anyone can stop me from taking this victory lap because it was proven. I was told in DMs from multiple people, Sixers fans, telling me just wait until the playoffs. You'll see. You'll see. He's not going to take games off. He's going to dominate. Just wait. What'd he do?
Gav,
Nothing.
I take it you did not get the invite that I sent at 8:30.
Negative. There was no invite sent to the inbox.
Oh, so convenient, Keg.
No, listen, bro. I sent it. For some
The
reason,
old inbox mix-up.
my email doesn't go through unless after I send the email, I have to go to my sent mailbox and then it registers. And I just realized that I didn't do that. My bad, bro.
Making me read your mind over here? Jesus.
But what is this I hear about you and Steve talking about me not getting back to you over the email?
I was worried about you, man. I'm thinking you got to get a cell phone sometime, within the next year or two.
Yep.
And I thought I had sent you some decent nuggets on some UFC stuff and apologize for my lack of attendance last weekend for the betterment of the Run Pure brand, as I mentioned. But
you don't.
I was worried. I was worried about my guy. What do you want me to do?
We're here, bro. We're gonna make some money on Saturday.
Good deal.
Joey's got 3 or 4 bets fired on the spreadsheet for the UFC on Saturday. We're banking units.
Let's do it.
All right, boys, we hit that threshold. I'm out.
Threshold, 10 o'clock.
I hit
All
it. I'm
I've never met an older 22-year-old kid in my life.
I got a big day at work tomorrow.
Mikey, can I ask you something before you bounce? Are you going to play your semifinal fucking MLB The Show League game,
Dude,
or are you going to forfeit?
You matched me up against someone on the West Coast. We're
I
trying.
don't care who you match him up. I didn't match him up. This is how the cookie crumbled.
Can
you imagine? Mikey goes to bed at 8. They don't get off of work. We don't get
The
off
West
work
Coast
till
guy's
5.
still at work.
You make time to play a 45-minute game. God
we're
forbid,
trying to
right? You signed up for the fucking league. You drafted a whole team. We played the whole year. Now we're in the playoffs. This guy's making excuses. Can't even play 45 minutes.
All right, you like this? I'm leaving work early tomorrow so we can get a game in.
Let's go!
I'm leaving early so we can play a game.
Holy hell!
And then we'll see.
Sounds like a forfeit, if not, Joey.
I told him that. I said if we can't get it in, dude, I said you could just take the win. Like,
well, Mikey already lost game 1.
Yeah, that was
Best
bullshit.
of 3. So I mean, if he can't play,
he's on the
other
ropes.
guy's gonna win.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's tight, but whatever.
Are you in the playoffs, bro?
Talk to y'all later. Peace.
Hey, Mikey,
All right, so
don't let anyone at your job know about all your basketball. If they find out you're a bucket, they might try and start mixing paint in you.
Oh, they know already, dude. They know.
There's only 4 teams or 5 teams left.
Oh man, I wish I had that young confidence again. Man, I'm a bucket. You're right. I've never heard anybody say that. I've only heard people on Twitter say he's a bucket.
I'm telling you, you don't call yourself a bucket. I'm a bucket. I'm just.
So I had just opened the YouTube, and the first thing I hear is him say, "Height doesn't matter. I'm 5'6".
Oh, I clicked and played. I let that go across the screen when you fucking posted that.
Oh,
that's funny in the chat. Mikey, you get up early to walk the malls with the old people.
Mikey's 22 years old. He can't get in a friggin' 45-minute video game with someone from the West Coast. The 22-year-olds are the guys who should be able to just stay up all night and make it work.
Yeah, right.
You don't even know, bro. I'll send him an invite, and he'll be like, "No, bro, I'm going to bed at 8:30 tonight."
How do you bet on sports if you're just sleeping during them? What's the fun in that?
I guess you just wake up and check the account.
That's why he only bets.
That's
like,
kind of
for
me on my
basket.
tennis right now. Is all the matches start at 2 a.m. I wake up either up or down $1,000.
That's
Yeah.
why Mikey bets the weird shit. He's betting like who's going to score the first basket, so he gets out of
It's
here.
true.
right
It's
early.
true. He does like those first basket bits.
No, he does first basket parlays. Like he's even sicker than just the standalone props.
Yep.
I'm the opposite. I stay up too late every night.
Yeah, me and you both.
I go to bed at 8 a.m. every day.
I mean, I can't really talk smack, but I'm 45. But my all this stuff that you guys do, my girl gives me the same stuff. She's like, "All right, your sun's going down. You better go to bed."
And my girlfriend's in bed at like 9 every night. So I'm just like, good night. I wake her up like at 1:30, 2 o'clock when I go upstairs.
Yeah.
I wake up to phone calls from my mom. Like, it must be fucking nice to wake up at 2:30.
Yeah. She's right.
That's what I get from her. She's like, I failed you. Somewhere along the line, I failed you as a mother. I'm like, why? She's like, a grown man wakes up at 9 in the morning. I'm like, no, not this one.
Dude, I'm on my
9.
third shit by 9 a.m.
Yeah, 9. What are we talking about? 9. I'm 2 coffees deep by 9.
Seriously, Joey, me too.
Yeah.
I wake up 2 in the afternoon every day, bro.
I got a call at 8:45. He's like, "Oh yeah, you're up," and I was like, "Dude, I've been up for like 4 hours already. Like, what do you mean? Yeah, I'm up." Like, yeah.
Settle down, Mr. CrossFit. All right, I'm not running marathons.
Do you only
You don't have
sleep
to run
like,
a marathon to wake up.
so you only sleep like 5-6 hours a night, JSU?
Oh yeah, at the most.
Yeah. You just used to it now, I guess?
Yeah, I've been doing this for so many years. I've been getting up at 5 a.m. for work for like 10 years
yeah.
now.
Let the record
11
show
years.
that. Let the record show. I also only sleep 5 hours a day.
Yeah, me
It
too.
just happens.
It's just
just
a,
happens-
a day.
staggered,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
It just happens to be between 8:30 a.m. and 1:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah, it's a completely different schedule, but it's the same sleep.
Exactly.
I do
Yeah.
love randomly waking up during the week and, I'll check Twitter and it's like 2.5 hours ago, Keg tweeted and he has like six tweets in a row at like 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, bro. We're here.
That's a Saturday night after UFC when he's got a lot on his mind. Yeah.
Yep.
Settle the fuck
got-
down.
He's
We got
flowing. He's
my
letting
guy
it flow.
My guy
Yep.
is in the chat's going, JC doesn't drink, easy to live off of 6 hours of sleep. That's right. I mean, that's one of the ways that helps.
That's true.
Very true.
That's probably why I sleep too much. Too much.
Twatty said, I haven't slept since the 80s.
Twatty looks like a guy that could
That's
sleep
'cause
for like
he's
20
new to every
straight
town.
hours.
Daniel says, you go, Keg. Thank you. Thank you, Daniel.
Yeah, I gotta get 7.5 to 8 every night. They should try to be bed by 10:30, out by 6:30.
Yeah, the West Coast is different though. Like, we got to stay up to watch this game. It didn't start till 9
I
p.m.
know.
Like,
Yeah,
There
but
are
you know,
times though,
I'm-
Joe, so like
yeah. keep
on
going.
Sunday, I really wanted to watch that game, but of course, it's like Father's Day, so it's like I'm doing stuff, and it like as soon as like I was like, man, if I could just chill till 9, that would be a lot nicer, because like 5 o'clock hits, and I'm like, all right, guys, thanks for the party.
You know what, though? I got to tell you, bro, being in this industry and betting on sports for a living, I would rather have it no other way than being on the East Coast where we are, Joey. Like, can you imagine, like,
I wouldn't. I mean,
NFL
if you don't have to go to work in the morning, but I'm fucking staying up late at night. Still got to wake up early and go.
you want your NFL game starting at 10 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday?
Get up early.
No fucking
No.
way.
I'm ready to go. Yeah.
College football starts at 9 a.m. That's way too
I
early.
don't-
Yeah, it's
I don't-
weird. Like I miss so many like early kickoffs and stuff when I actually.
I don't want games ending until 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
Like,
same.
I'm just getting my day going at 1 a.m.
Yeah, that's whatever. I'm still in California time anyway, so
It's pretty nice out here, huh, Joey?
I fucking love California, man.
Yeah, man. I think we're gonna have to get you in here.
I love it.
You seem to do pretty well when you're out here too.
I do. I killed it when I was there this time.
Something about starting earlier, huh?
You better do better
right?
because the tax rate is about 3 times everywhere else you live.
Yeah, great point. Great point. Not to mention the fact that our state's on fire. Gavin, we were looking into getting a property outside of town, like it's kind of like a getaway, and just with everything, the fires and stuff. Like I'm like, I don't even know if we want to do it now.
What are you talking about?
Between Sacramento and Tahoe was where we were looking. Like halfway up.
Yeah, that's Steve's in-laws territory up there.
Oh, really?
I think that anything north of Santa Barbara might as well be Canada. So, I'm not,
Okay.
I'm not the best sounding board.
Yeah, I mean, like we're like Canadians. We're real nice. Maybe syrup, yeah.
Yeah, they're in Sebastopol.
Oh, that's still south of where I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right, Steve?
Yeah.
Between
Oh, yeah.
Sacramento and Tahoe, how it's just beautiful on the way up there.
Yep.
I'm just so worried about the fires ripping through there.
Yeah.
Is
Absolutely.
the rent's crazy out there in Cali?
Not unless you enjoy paying your left arm every month in rent.
Listen, bro. I live 10 minutes away from the Lincoln Tunnel. I have a 2-bedroom apartment that costs $18.50 a month.
Lord.
Like, it's not cheap over here either.
Yeah.
I would love to own a house one day. I am 40, but I mean, like where I live, a shack in somebody's backyard costs $400K. Like, I just can't do it. I have no choice but to pay rent. Twatty said, I have a nice big apartment 10 minutes from Pittsburgh. That's $600 a month.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but you got to live near Pittsburgh, though.
Aaron said, in Cali, you're paying that with a roommate. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair
Dude,
enough.
I couldn't pay someone $600 to use their toilet whenever I wanted for a month. Like, much less an actual place that I can rest my head and place my belongings.
I'll tell you, bro, I don't know how much square feet I have. Like, I have an eat-in kitchen, right? I have one room that's like a living room, dining room combo. I have a bathroom, and I have 2 bedrooms. A bedroom for my daughter when she stays here, and then my bedroom. I can't imagine it's more than 600 square feet, maybe.
Yeah. So when we were rented here, it was a 1-bedroom, like 600 square feet. It was like
That's how the game just ended? Are you fucking
like $2,700 a month, something like that. 28.
2,800 for a 1-bedroom apartment in Chicago.
Yeah.
Holy Christ! So maybe
That's pretty much what I'm paying in Santa Monica.
Yeah.
So maybe 1850 is not that bad.
It was even more in DC when I was living in DC.
When I was in high school, granted,
I just saw that, Joey.
When I was in high school, it was 1996. But like, I don't know. I used to think somebody's mortgage cost $1,850 a month.
Well, Rays just won on a walk-off wild pitch. 1-0.
That's the second walk-off wild pitch I've seen in the last 24 hours now.
I don't know. Is this College World Series game going to play
I've seen
tonight?
a bunch at the Little League.
Did they bag it? Did they bag it, Gavin?
I don't think it's going to get played. Trust me, I would love it to be, but if it hasn't started now, I can't imagine. But the thing is, like, that's an all field turf field. That thing drains as good as anything. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Gab, do you still have your college baseball championship futures going?
Yes, sir, I do. The 2 main ones, Vandy and Mississippi State.
I have a good one too going.
Yeah, Steve caught NC State 12-1 at the start of the World Series. They were like the last odds, and fuck, they beat Vandy 1-0.
How many teams are left?
So there's
There's five, right?
5 total teams left.
So we have 3 of the 5. So we're
Who's
definitely
the-
get Horde and like UVA or something's going to win. It's going to be terrible.
Who's the favorite to win it all? Vandy?
No, I think given the nature of the 2 teams that are 2-0 right now are Mississippi State and NC State, and I think if you're a bookie, laying lines for those, you have to pick Mississippi State as a little bit greater favorite than NC State, just given pedigree and what they did during the season. I think Mississippi State is probably the favorite. Then you got NC State. Then it's probably Vandy after that. And then you got the 2 teams that are playing the elimination game today, in Texas and UVA.
Well, isn't it if NC State beats Vandy tomorrow, Vandy's done, right?
Yeah, Vandy's toast if they lose. So,
hell yeah.
Yeah, basically 2 teams are going to meet up in the finals. The winner of this Texas-Virginia game plays Mississippi State and has to beat them twice in a row. Same thing with NC State Vandy needs to beat NC State twice in a row. Otherwise, they go to the finals, and then we're done.
So Kenny just said that Mississippi State's minus 200 right now to win it all.
Wow, I got him at 19-1, baby. You just love to see it.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
JSU, what are you making of this 14-point Clipper second quarter here?
I mean, I think that the Clippers are going to come back, so I'm not worried about it. I saw that line go to 5.5. Like the Suns are starting to get. They got a few second chance buckets, a few where Ayton got the rebound off of a block and hit a wide open 3, and Chris Paul got 2 wide open mid-range jumpers that finally went in. I mean, these are just wide open looks that they were getting to kind of close that half off. The fact that this is now a 2-point game going into halftime after that awful quarter by the Clippers, you're the Clippers, you have to go in just saying, we were awful, and this game is still 2 points.
JSU, I said that when Paul had 0 points, his line was 11.5. He's got 7 now going into the break. And
because they literally were giving him on those couple buckets, they literally crashed on Ayton, to not let him catch the ball. They had 2 or 3 guys down there and left CP3 wide open twice for mid-range bunnies.
Ayton hasn't scored a point since the 1 minute mark in the first quarter.
Yeah, he kept.
Well, I mean, that scheme, he's getting 2 and CP's getting 0. Yeah.
Yeah, he's getting the ball to wide open players.
Because they don't have anyone who can check him one-on-one, so they got to just double him. That's their only hope.
This is the problem with Ayton, is he's not super aggressive. So he'll have quarters where he dominates, and then he'll have quarters where he's non-existent. And I think what we just saw there is just what Ayton's been doing all year. This is what we saw. Take the last game, for instance. That third quarter, he was a fucking monster. And then in the fourth quarter, he didn't really do much until the very end when he caught that dunk. Yeah. That's the truth. That third quarter, he was fucking dominant. You'd have thought the guy would have ended with 35 and 20. He was so good, but he does fade sometimes in quarters and stuff like that. So
he was that way in college.
Try and dominate all the time. What?
He was that way in college too.
Yeah, he's just not super aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a beast though at Arizona. He's finally coming into his own, right? What is this, year 2 for him?
3.
3,
I think.
Yeah, year 3. 2018 draft.
Yeah, the only knock for him was that he was sometimes kind of lazy, sometimes a little bit invisible. So
I think those kind of coincide too a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
that's the knock on the top 5 pick this year, Jalen Green, a little bit.
His live line is still 18.5 at even money.
Jalen Green? That's the knock on him? Is he the Ignite one?
Yeah, score.
I think the shot with that Keg, by the way.
Say it again?
I would take a shot if you're invested in Ayton already, and you want to get, I would just. That's a good bet, honestly. He needs one. He has 1 quarter. He could do that in 1 quarter easily.
Well, I already have him at 15.5. You think he goes over that 18.5 also?
I mean, I do, but if you already have him at 15.5, it's
yeah.
I think he's going to go over that. So I'm saying though, if you didn't bet him there and you like him, he's one of those players that wouldn't shock me in this 3rd quarter if he came out and had a 10-point, 5-rebound quarter. It wouldn't shock me.
Let's go down the line of the player props right now. I want to get everybody's thoughts. For the Clippers, Reggie Jackson has 9 points right now. His total is 20.5. Do you think he goes over that? Doesn't that seem a little heavy? Or do you think he's good for 21?
Seems right to me. He will be the 2nd or 3rd option. The usage should be there. It's just whether or not he converts. Usually I like the role players to convert at home. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go over that.
What do you think?
The question is, do you see another 11-point Zubac quarter?
No.
Because Morris is non-existent right now because he's injured.
Mm-hmm.
And Pat Bev, we all know Pat Bev is not offensive. He's not in there for offense.
Right.
Neither is Man.
So you think it comes down to Paul George or Reggie Jackson getting the looks here?
Yeah.
You think George is going to go over 30.5? Think he's good for 18 in the 2nd half?
Yeah.
I do.
I mean, I do. Yeah.
He's going to get all the usage.
He just did not look good in that 1st quarter. But again, he took 14 shots. He only had 5. I mean,
him at 5 of 14 is still better than any other option they have.
Well, I mean, it's not gonna deter him from wanting to shoot more, right? Spread
and it seemed like he was kind of picking up a little bit at the end of the half. He had that nice dunk, kind of got the team going.
Yeah, I mean, I would take the shot with the over.
Yeah,
Zubac has 11, and his total is 16.5. So he needs 6 in the 2nd half to go over his.
It seems kind of low.
I was going to say under, but they beat us to it. They that's too little. I think that's actually a pretty good number.
Yeah.
Devin Booker has 7 points, and his total's 23.5.
You guys under there. Beverly seems to be getting problems. I think that Paul and Ayton are going to carry the load.
The thing with Booker that sucks is betting the 2nd half is, if this game's close in the 4th quarter, that dude's going to have the ball. They're going to find a way to get him the ball. But I do think the under's the right play.
He needs 17 to go over that number.
Yeah.
Chris Paul has 7. His live number right now is 16.5.
I like his over better than Booker's.
Me too.
At plus 110 too.
Yeah, I like that over better.
I like the Paul over.
Who do you guys think drains the threes in the 2nd half?
For just the teams, or?
Well, I mean, I'm looking at individual numbers. Paul has 0. Mm-hmm. His number is over a half at minus 120.
I mean,
that's a fun one to sweat.
I think he's going to have like 2 or 3 more chances at a 3.
Yeah.
I mean, they're converging on Ayton. Pat Beverly's fully focused on stopping Booker. It's not a terrible thing to hit and just sweat out a couple shots he's going to get. He's going to take them.
You think he gets enough looks at threes in the second half?
I mean, what he had 3 the first half, right?
He only needs to hit 1. Jay Crowder has 2 triples. They set his number at 3.5 at plus 170.
Yeah,
Same
that's
thing
being,
for Devin Booker. He's got 1. They set his number at 2.5 at plus 170 to the over.
I think the value's on the Paul over.
Yeah, I think
The other ones are a little. The other one's a little like 3.5 for Crowder. That's a little much for me. So he's got to go 6 for. If he shoots another 5 threes and shoots 10 threes for the game, he's going to go 6 for 10. Like that's what you're asking. 6 for 11, 12.
Paul George needs to hit two more threes at minus 120. Think he gets enough open looks?
I think he's going to take them. I don't know if they're going to be open, but I think he's going to take them.
Has he made one yet today?
1 for 6.
And he was 1 for 9 last game. So, I mean, it's not like he's been tearing it up.
No. He's been doing it a lot with that mid-range, too.
Yeah.
What about Reggie Jackson? How much of his game is like 3-ball related?
Oh, he'll chuck.
So
he'll shoot threes.
He needs to hit 2 threes in the second half to cash the over at minus 120.
I mean, I don't hate that because I think he's going to shoot another. I think he's going to shoot a bunch of threes. They need him to. He's like one of their best shooters from the outside right now.
You're looking on FanDuel?
I'm looking on Bet365 right now, Joe.
No doubt.
So DeAndre Ayton has 6 rebounds. He needs another 6. His number's 11.5, and the over is minus 1. Think he's good for another 6?
Yeah.
My guy Matt S., what up, buddy?
He's like, I probably wouldn't bet that. I already have him getting the double-double, so 10. But I feel like he's one of those guys that he just doesn't hunt rebounds enough. He's going to sit at like that 10, 11 number. He might get to 12. I think the line, though, is set like perfectly.
How about Zubac has 12 boards in the first half? His number is 16.5.
Those Zubac numbers are so tricky because Lou might only give him 5 minutes.
Yeah, I want no part of that.
Why though? He played him like it's a 2-point game, and he played him. Hold on, he got 16 minutes. Why would Lou not play him in the second half?
Because, like you said, their small ball lineup is their best lineup.
It is, but it's only a
desperation's gotta
2-point
come
game. It's only a 2-point game, though, spread.
Yeah. He went for 11 and 12 in the first half.
He was plus 6. He was plus 6 on the court. I mean,
JSU, I don't know about you. I do not like those individual plus minuses for a game.
yeah, I mean, it's
Like
not.
when someone says like he was minus 14, I'm like for the game, like that's what we're going off now. I mean, I think it's a great stat for the season. I think for individual games, they can just be so skewed.
Yeah, don't look at Melo's plus minus.
I'm just saying, if you look at his stats, 11 and 12, and they only have him at plus 6, like, and you know, I don't know.
I mean, sometimes it's fun. Like when Travis brought up that what was DeMarcus? He dropped 11 points and he was like minus 8, and it was like 8 minutes.
I mean, he dunked on Sarah too.
Yeah,
like absolutely fucking owned him.
Matt S. said, I'm here for spreads, homemade brownies, and Joey's spontaneous trips to Vegas. And also Twatty's hot tub call-ins.
Yeah, Twatty's hot tub call-ins. Classic.
You'll love to see it.
He says
Joey, you
Sauce Bay save
spontaneously
live
go to
as
Vegas?
well. I have. Yes, I have. I took a flight right from San Diego to Vegas to watch my boy fight because he was in the UFC at the time. I've been to Vegas a lot, actually.
My brother goes to Vegas a lot.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
normally just get comp hotel rooms.
Big UFC guy.
Yeah.
Big UFC guy. Like can get tickets to like any Vegas. Can get tickets to any fight that's in Vegas. That's like held in Vegas. He's huge in the UFC.
I saw your tweet, Joe. Are you going to Vegas this weekend?
I was contemplating it. I get free hotel rooms. I have enough miles to pay for the miles. I just, then I just get there, do whatever I want. Joey brings a carry-on. That's right. You already know, Matt S. I just came back from Cali Lake last week. My carry-on was packed with Sauce Bay.
JSU, how's your lineup looking, or is it too early for you to look?
Yeah, it's too early. I don't look until.
I thought my
later.
lineup's doing good. I got 3 fires, but I'm not in the money.
Who do you have in the captain right now?
Ayton.
Yeah, you're probably getting beat by a few different captains right now. That's why.
Who's the best captain? Zubac?
Yeah, Zubac captain's probably shipping right now.
That's crazy. I guess I can go. Where do I go to just find the whole deal?
I mean, Zubac's got a double at half. He's got it, and he was cheap. He's got to be shipping it right now. Could change though. You never know. But
These showdowns are weird. So many people just have the same lineup.
well, yeah, there's only like.
I mean, like, even if I shipped, I'd be splitting it with like 36 people. And I have Luke Kennard in my lineup. I thought I was getting different.
People like fall on him as like a last piece though. You know?
Just so you can fit everyone else in.
Yeah.
How are the Dodgers looking right now?
Down by 1.
They had 2 on in the first, and Pujols grounded out with 2 outs.
Yeah, it's only second inning.
Yeah.
Bueller gave up 1 early.
Yeah, home run Javi Baez.
Bombed Baez, yeah.
God.
Did you play him today, JSU?
Yeah, I played him.
Who is your other pitcher today?
So I played 3 pitchers. I played him, Luis Garcia, and Poteet.
I played a bunch of Poteet. That didn't go well.
Yeah.
Freaking Schwarber.
But the good thing was I played Schwarber on all my non-Poteet teams just as a one-off.
Yeah.
So I got lucky there.
Good call.
I just figured if it was gonna go like it could be okay and he could still give up a bomb. Obviously he gave up multiple bombs, so it wasn't as good, but like it could have happened where Schwarber just hit that first bomb and he gives up 1 and still has a decent outing, but it did not happen that way.
Campaign is out.
No, the second one was on a 0-2 pitch with 2 outs too.
Yeah, that dude is so friggin' good.
He's got 21. He missed a month.
He was only like Steve. He was only like 6%.
I saw that. Yeah. I played some of him, but I had so much Poteet. I think I played 20 lineups. I think I had 3 with Schwarber.
Yeah. Still, that's not terrible. Just the ratio with the percentage.
Yeah.
But I just thought he was way too cheap. I was like, the price tag was just throwing me off.
Yeah, he was. But, I mean, there are a bunch of guys around there. I think Kyle Tucker was the same price as him.
Yeah. That could have been
range.
it, too. Like, that's the one thing with Washington, too, is their stack sucks.
Yeah.
Like, as a stack. So that probably lowered his ownership.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I bet most of that ownership was one-off.
Yeah, and you hit that bucket. He hit one of his shitty mid-range twos. I hate when he takes that shot, too.
4 NASCAR races this weekend, boys.
Jeez.
4.
Houston's got multiple guys on again, Jay. So he got 17 hits again today.
Who?
Houston.
Oh, Houston.
They're just on fire right now.
Is that game over or is that game still going?
It's in the top of 9th. They got second and third, one out.
Jeez, their team's so good.
Starters are still in.
We just want Yaya. Who was that?
Phillip Evans.
Oh, Phillip.
Yeah, the Pirates are going off. Pirates got 7 runs now.
That was a pinch hitter.
Oh, Pirates.
I had some Pirates mini
That was
stacks
one of my
today.
favorite stacks. I like the Pirates, the Reds, and Toronto. Those were my 3 stacks.
Yeah, I played Houston, Toronto, and the Dodgers. So I didn't have any Bueller because those were all the expensive stacks today.
Yep. Although Houston had some cheap bats.
Yeah. They've been hitting too. Toro, much to K. Fallick's chagrin.
Oh, Mangone's calling me now. Yeah, Mangone's calling me.
Yeah, tell him thanks for showing up.
Mangone wants the show link. He's upset with me.
We already
He said,
sent
give
him
me
the
this
show
link
link.
now.
It's
You already
we
have
already
the show link, you
Yeah,
liar.
all you need to do is
Stop
show
lying
up,
on
man.
air.
Going.
I'm lying
Listen,
on air right now.
Whatever it takes to get him out. Like
Who sent the link? He wants to know who sent the link. He said you're lying.
If being mad, well, first of all, he told me at 8 o'clock. I'm not
I just
sure
hung up
I'm
on
going
him.
to be able to make it. I got shit to do from 8 to 10.
Keg, he's angry right now. I don't. Angry Mangone's about to come on.
I mean, this kid though. Like,
Angry man going. That means just mute your microphone. Come back in 20 minutes. He'll still be talking.
Go take a dump and come back.
I gotta basically fluff this kid like he's getting ready for a porno to get him on the fucking show.
All right, we need to address a couple things.
Yes. Let's go.
Shortly. I got to talk to Mr. Frontrunner Joey Work, who always talks about, I'm a Knicks fan for life, dude.
I am a Knicks fan for life.
Why are you wearing a Phoenix Suns jersey on?
I have a lot of different teams' jerseys.
Oh, I have a lot of jerseys.
Yeah.
You tell me I can't root for my other teams. I'm a Celtic fan. I can't root
for my other teams. I root for teams to win money. Otherwise, it's Knicks tape all day. I don't fucking switch.
That's what I do too, Joey Work. I root for the Hawks.
This is my new favorite team.
They set the curtains up.
Celtics thing back there.
Joey Work and your
yelling at me. You root for Jersey. What a Celtics.
See you later, Joey Work. Now you're jumping on the Suns. You're jumping on the Suns.
I actually bet the Clippers to win the whole thing. But guess what? Tyler's on the Suns tonight, so I put on my Suns jersey because I'm a team player, unlike you.
Let's go.
I will say that Suns jersey is fire. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it is nice.
Suns jersey is fire.
Second of all, hold on. Let's go to Spread. Spread. Who has been on the Suns for a long time? Just name someone in this chat who's been.
Wait a minute. You know what?
All the time.
I'm taking control of the show.
Get out of here.
That's a 30-second timeout. Listen, we already had this conversation. JSU said you were on the Suns without.
You didn't bet them.
Without that money.
That was Atlanta. That was Atlanta.
Yeah, that too.
Oh, that was all right. I take it.
Yeah, Jay, if you're gonna correct something, get it right before you send me this. Okay? We'll figure out how to host a show before you do that. Now, second of all, let me address JSU AirPod.
I was hosting the show when you.
Jay, it's my turn. It's my turn. Knock it off. JSU AirPod. I gotta handle something with him. Okay.
I like to hit him up.
AirPod over here.
Mangone's version of hit him up right now.
This is what happened. I'm going to explain the situation. I already explained it once, but you know what? I'll explain it one more time, JSU. I was going to bet the Hawks, and my one friend was going to give me plus 400, and then Title was going to be plus 375. So I'm price shopping these two. I got busy with coming up to MLB Lock. Then my friend's girl came over. I was talking with her.
Wait.
What?
Hooking up with your friend's girl is not going to get you
I'm not
out of
hooking up with her. I'm feeling out. I was feeling out the situation to make sure she's
That's what they're
new.
calling it these days.
Yeah.
She's
Feeling out the
new,
situation.
right? You got to make sure your boy's safe, right? You know, I just trying to feel out the situation, you know? So I forgot to bet it. And I was like, it was like right before the game. And I said, you know what? I honestly think the Bucks might win this one. So I said, I think I can wait on this one. But you know what now, JSU? I'm not going to hear 2 weeks of, oh, you should bet it. I'm betting the Hawks right now, JSU. Right now at a worse price because they're shipping. So JSU AirPod, get out of here. I'm betting.
You know what I was going to say? Why didn't you just bet both your friends? You should have said, Title, I'm going to take your 375. And my other friend with the girl that I'm hanging out with right now, I'm going to take your 400. Let's go.
Yeah.
Imagine
it wasn't him. It was someone else. It was so I sent him a DM trying to get that price, and he didn't get back to me in time. But I'm betting it right now, right this second.
Mango, do you really think they win?
Yeah, I think they're live, and people are crazy to think they're not live. How are they not live in the series? The big thing I don't think anyone understands with this series, right? The biggest thing, when the Bucks are in a close game, how on earth can you put your money behind it? You really think in close games, you can actually walk up to a window and hand over your money? Like my one buddy, he live bet the Bucks the other day at the end of the third quarter because he's like, oh, they're minus 125. They'll come through with this game. I'm like, that is not the time to bet the Bucks when they're in a close game. If they win the series, they're going to have a couple blowouts in order to take care of it. I just don't see how they win close games.
Gordon Grand Slam.
I mean, they only beat Kevin Durant in 2 close games.
Oh,
and a game 7.
Jordan just hit a
it was just
slam.
Kevin. It was only Kevin Durant's. I mean, that's all it was. That team was rough. I mean, it was KD. KD ran out of gas, right? I mean, that's just straight up what happened in game 7.
KD sucks.
Man, did you just tell me how to learn how to host a show?
Did Joey Work just say KD sucks?
Yep, he's sitting on his ass watching these games just like us.
Joey Work, that's a terrible take. That's literally an awful take.
All right. We know you lost your 2 units on the Nets to win the fucking East. So
I didn't. Right? I didn't enjoy work because I cashed them out. Thanks for listening to the rundown.
You cashed it out on the spreadsheet too, or what?
No, it wasn't on the spreadsheet.
Come on, man, go.
I don't think it was it?
It was.
Fucking ninth inning grand slam by Jordan Alvarez.
You have to
make it 12-2.
You have to cash those bets out. Especially, I had a 6-1 ticket to win the finals. I had a 4-1 to win the East. I got plus money for those, and then on the other ones I had, I lost a little bit, but it ended up going to just.
Did you get like a lunch
out
of one of them?
They don't have Kyrie and they don't have Harden. You have to cash that out, especially when Harden's hamstring is not going to survive.
Mangone, show some respect, Mangone, when you're in the presence of royalty, okay?
Who's the royalty person in here? I mean,
the 5 people that
fired up today.
Listen, the 5 people that started the Sports Keg literally invented an entire industry. There was no in-game betting show on the internet before the 5 of us started to do it 5 years ago. So settle down over there.
Well, make sure when you make fun of me and say my take, make sure you get it right. You said the Suns.
That's a fair point, but settle the fuck down over there.
Fair enough.
I don't think this is Travis. I think we're getting false advertising on my screen. This is Mangone for sure.
This is definitely Mangone.
He put Travis on the screen, but I don't see Travis talking.
God.
They're asking if you could eject someone. Don't even timeouts. They want to
anyone else tilted over this fucking grand slam by Jordan Alvarez?
That grand slam.
Jay is still stuck on. He's still stuck on the grand slam.
I am too. I just lost like $6,000
I can't believe he's in the game. I mean, Izzy said it too. What the fuck?
That grand slam was like actually painful.
Oh.
I think it helped Hoop on FanDuel though. Yeah, Hoop is winning.
Of course it did. Of course, Hoop played Houston.
Yeah, Hoop played Barrios, Toronto, and Houston. That was his setup.
Oh,
all right, Trav. Who wins it all? We got 4 teams left. I know you're a big Kayvon Hoarder fan. Who wins it all right now?
I lean the Suns win it all right now. I think that's the team. I mean, they're a very good team. I mean, all year they've been awesome. And, I had some doubts in that Lakers series, but obviously the injury helped him out a ton. So, I think the Suns get it done. I don't have any faith in the Bucks. I think the Bucks, if they win, I'll be very upset. I'll say that.
Well, I think JSU's in agreement with you, but Spread is a big believer in the Bucks right now to win it.
I mean, of course, he has a 10-1 ticket. Of course, I don't blame him.
Hey, Travis, when was the last time you played pickup?
Pickup hoops?
Yeah.
Last Sunday, actually.
Let's just say I walk up to you, like right when you're picking teams, and I say, "I'm a bucket." Are you gonna pick me on your team?
Are you talking? You're talking about Mikey? I mean, Mike.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. You know what, Travis? That's another 30-second timeout.
Yeah, give him a timeout. He's been watching the show.
I set him up for that. I said,
Trav, we're going live. I want you to be a part of the show, right? So clearly he was watching the show when Mikey Buckets was on. Yep. Why didn't you come in and be a part of the show with us? Trav.
Mikey Buckets.
Can you? So first of all, the problem with this is you don't even give me a chance to defend myself. So that was
come back.
one.
The timeout is for you to calm down so you don't talk over them.
No,
now you come back. Now here's the stage. Here's the stage.
Give me. So let me explain. So Jay, I was helping my friend tonight. They needed a sub at his kickball game, so I went and helped him play some kickball. Right? I didn't get home until 10.
Wait! You played kickball?
Yeah, I mean it was fun. It was
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
We can't time him out though because we got to hear this story.
Who plays kickball after?
What are we in middle school?
Who plays kickball after the age of 12?
Gavin, what do you think? We haven't heard from you in a while.
Gavin.
Yeah, I'm just going to plead the fifth on this one.
Joey and I exploded in laughter for the exact same reason.
I remember when I was 9 and I played kickball in gym class.
Legitimately, I want to go around the room. What was the last age you played kickball? I'll start it off. 11.
I don't know the exact age, but it's got to be like middle school.
We wasn't even middle school. We stopped at elementary school.
I played in elementary school. I think was
JSU said 9. Stevie.
I played after college. There was
college.
Let me explain.
30-second timeout. After 30-second timeout. Gavin, when was the last time you played kickball, Gav?
4th grade. I think I was 9, I believe.
Yep. All right.
Maybe 10.
Let's bring the boys in to defend themselves. Go ahead, Trav. Go ahead, Steve.
You put me in timeout so much, you don't deserve me to defend myself. Screw you, Jay. Yeah, how's that sound? Put me back in timeout.
You know what?
You're not getting the story. You're not getting it, Jay.
You know what? You know what? I haven't put a person in timeout in 6 weeks, but I played kickball tonight. Deserves a timeout. What do you mean?
I mean, it's just my friend was just playing in a league, and I just went to play. He said they need a sub, so I just said, sure, I'll help.
Is it like a drinking league at least?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of
You didn't have any beers. Man, don't lie. You had 0 beers.
No, I mean, I didn't have any yet because I didn't want to, and I was driving. So,
all right, so tell us the stats. How'd you do?
Yeah, man, I sense a lot of hostility towards me.
Well, because you keep putting me in timeout. I mean, I didn't attack you first, right? I was attacking the other two because and here's the other thing. So this is what I need to explain. You claim that I was watching the show from the start, Jay, right? But you have to understand, there's a rewind button, Jay. Like, I can go back and listen. And Mikey messaged me. He said, you're being asked to be on the show. So he sent it at 9:44. I know how to do math. I looked at 10:25. I went back to where it could be. I went to listen to hear. I put it on ×2 so I just wait to hear my voice. And then JSU said the word Mangone. So then I listened to it. And I said, no, Jay, it's not your turn to talk. It's my turn to talk. Now, I jumped on. I jumped on because of what JSU said.
Listen, I always say when a fair point is said, a fair point is said. That's a fair point. But I still sense like a lot of hostility. Like, I'm looking forward to this fucking NFL show with me.
You keep putting me in timeout without letting me explain. At least give me a chance to explain. It's not fair.
I mean, listen, there's 7 people on the show. 5 of them said it's an automatic timeout for playing kickball at 30 plus years old.
I think we should let Steve tell. You cut Steve off. I mean, at
Yeah,
least he admitted. At least he admitted he played. He could have lied and say no just to follow the curve. But
yeah. So right after college, I played in like a kickball and kegs league.
Just what I played in.
But you didn't drink any beer.
Yeah, because I was driving, Joey.
Yours was kickball for fun.
Joey, we gotta advocate for responsible kickball.
Joey,
the only way to play kickball is if you're pissed drunk.
Yeah, sorry.
Actually, by the way, East Woodmore, I did not kick last. I kicked stick, and I got 2 hits.
It was like a social.
God.
It was like a social drinking game.
Very hurtful. Very, very hurtful.
JSU, if you had the controls of this show, and you heard I play kickball tonight, would you have put Mangone in a 30-second time?
I would have put him in timeout. I want to look at him as I laughed. You know what I mean? To make my laugh better, I could see his facial expressions and all that stuff. But yeah, I agree that was a reasonable timeout.
That was a reasonable timeout.
You need to let Steve explain the kegs and kicks or whatever the hell.
So there's a keg behind home plate and a keg at second.
Oh,
so you
now
play.
We're talking.
You have to drink before you kick, and then if you make it to second, you can't move to third until you drink a beer at second.
Oh, you have to drink. There's
that's
no
interesting.
Man,
yeah, I mean it's
only if you
more
like
about the drinking than the kickball, really.
Oh, I mean,
It was a fun league. Yeah.
That's a game I can get behind.
Yeah, that's adult kickball.
Yeah.
He's an adult kickball.
Yeah.
That is called drinking while kicking a ball.
Yeah. It was like a co-ed league, a bunch of
That's
single chicks out there. It was fun.
I can imagine, Steve. I bet you had a good time on that one.
Yeah, it was fun.
Man, going to drive you home. Don't worry.
I'm happy to join you.
Oh, you see, man, I'm a nice guy, bro.
I mean, again, you might be a nice guy, but you were spreading lies. I mean, you were just coming to conclusions. You were jumping to conclusions without letting me speak.
Fair. I was jumping to conclusions. That's fair.
That's definitely true.
That's fair.
I know. I mean, it was fun. It's something to do. Listen, I mean, we've just been in quarantine forever. I'll do anything. I mean, if someone says that you want to do something,
I'm not against it. It's just, if somebody asked me to play kickball tomorrow, I'd probably go and play. I'm not even gonna lie. But no one's ever asked me that since, a long time.
I mean, listen, when my friend said he was playing this league, I was like, I mean, kickball, but like I like softball.
Can you peg people?
What?
Can you peg people with the ball?
Yeah, you definitely. Yeah, the pegging counts for sure.
I'm with that.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, it was they all these guys, they throw like the ball really bouncy too to try and make it pop it up. There's like a strategy. I mean, it just sounds like too much work.
What bets do you have on this game? If anything, Trav?
No, I didn't do even showdown either. I just wanted to focus on MLB.
You don't even have a lineup, so I can't even ask you who your captain is.
No, yeah, I was laughing when I heard you say
playing kickball
about his captain. I was like, I didn't play because I just wanted to do baseball only, and I don't know. I like focusing on one sport. I feel like I hate being like pulled in too many different directions. So, and I also knew I was going to maybe be out, so I was like, if I'm going to this, like I don't know, I don't want to be dealing with lineups and stuff. It's just a pain.
Do you have any futures in the NBA still going?
I have a Suns to win the West plus 150, I think. So, which that one's looking really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't even seen the game. I mean, I saw the dunk by Paul George was good. Saw the highlight.
This third quarter's been. I mean, JSU
Clippers
got it perfectly.
away.
Yeah, Payne hurt his leg, right? Do you know how bad it was?
It's bad.
I don't know.
Come back in the game.
He was not happy when he had to leave the game, though. I know that.
Oh, is he back though? He's played again?
No, he's out.
Oh, okay.
But JSU said the Clippers look awful in the first half, and it's a 2-point game. So, and here they go in the third. They're up 30. What do they have? 13 right now.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, if you were the Clippers after that second quarter, you're happy going into the locker room down only 2. Like,
and you know what, JSU? Another quarter And with 2 minutes left, Ayton only has 2 points in the third quarter. And now the live points total is down to his original number of 15.5, and he had 10 points in the first quarter.
So
the Suns only have 10 points in the third quarter.
Gavin, do you see that flyout
You guys see
from
Chris
Virginia?
Paul and Booker are 6 for 26 combined? That's horrific.
I think Booker's really bothered by that mask because it's not like that they're like shutting him down, right? You're not like, oh, that's a bad shot. I mean, he's getting the same shots. They're just not going through. And I've never done it, but I can imagine that would mess with me.
So
that mask would bother me too. Like I couldn't do that. Like I hate doing like any physical activity with like any accessories on. Like all that stuff bothers me.
You guys watch way more NBA than I do. Who takes over in the fourth quarter for the Suns? I mean, Chris Paul has 10 points right now, but his live total is only 14.5. So he needs 5 points in the next 14.5 minutes to go over his number. Who takes over?
I mean, it's gonna be it's normally either CP3 or Book. We've seen though multiple games CP3 takes over in the fourth quarter, but then we obviously saw when no CP3, Booker was the one kind of taking over. So right now they're both struggling. So I don't know if it's just one, but I mean, I would try and say CP3 tries to take over.
I mean, would you say the 1-5 pick and roll is the most effective Phoenix Suns attack so far?
Yeah.
I mean, we want to get Booker and CP3 and Ayton, because right now they're either doubling Ayton, which gives CP3 the nice little mid range, or there's nobody they can even off the non-switch that nobody can stay with him. So
and listen, they're not like gonna just give up down 11. Like they're gonna keep playing these guys.
Right?
Have you guys seen Ayton's plus minus on this game yet?
No, I hate individual game plus minus, but what
I know
is it?
they're interesting though. What do you think it is?
I mean, only because of this third quarter -6.
It's -25, while Sarge's is plus 17.
-25?
And in 7 minutes, Sarge is plus 17. I haven't watched the game, right? So I'm gonna put it on now. But it's just interesting. I like looking at the plus minus when I haven't been watching. I always think it's like intriguing. I'm assuming it's because they went on a run during when Sarge came in. But it's just funny that he's literally played 8 minutes and he's plus 14, and has 0 shots, or he's 0 for 1. Just funny.
JSU, gun to your head. I know you're on the Clippers. Gun to your head. Suns lose this game by more than 10?
No.
No.
So you think as a live spot, if you can get the Suns at anywhere near plus 10, you think that's not a bad bet?
I think that's a solid bet.
Right now they're plus seven right now.
Yeah, I just don't think that the Clippers have the actual firepower to just run away with this game. I like that. To bet them to win is one thing. I mean, it was 1.5, and it was their first game at home. The Suns are one of those teams they play really good at home. That home crowd for them. So I knew going away is a little tougher for them too. But that was one of the reasons why I bet the Clips here, and I just felt like this was the game they won. But now at 10, that's a decent number.
Yeah, so I guess that's a targetable live spot for the people watching. If we can get the Suns somewhere around plus 10, the boys seem to like that. So
Gavin, did you bet this College World Series game?
Negative.
I wish you could bet it live. I don't see anywhere to bet it live.
What was that? You guys just see PG just throw it?
Yeah.
Booker?
Terrible, huh? This whole sequence has just been not very good.
Matt Smith was saying like the
you
plus
can on
minus
DK.
is a noise stat. I don't think the plus minus is a noise stat, but it's a small sample, right? I think they're good.
I think individual game it kind of is. I think full season it's really helpful.
Yeah, I think I like to look at it in series for sure. Like if you can like go back and see like what lineups work and don't, right? I think sometimes that matters. But of course, like if a team gets hot for like 7 minutes, like no shit, the plus minus is terrible. Obviously, like you need some context to it.
Sometimes it helps a lot. Remember when you sent me that Batum one, right? And that just ended up being like what the the eventual unlocking of this Clippers lineup was with that Batum. And remember, you were on it because you what was it? What you were sending? I think it was Batum and Leonard together. But...
No, it was Batum and Rondo. Remember? So it was
that was it. Yeah, so we got half of it right.
yeah. But I mean, hey, it definitely worked betting wise for us, right? We had a nice little like week stretch where we did pretty good on the Clippers.
Man, I'm so out of my element with this fucking sport.
All right, we finally got a leadoff base runner for the Dodgers.
Let's go.
Do you like this pitcher, Davies?
Imagine Swatty jumping in the comments. No. Like, is he serious right now?
Hey, Steve and Joey, were you guys surprised the Padres swept Los Angeles?
No. Always, they don't have their full lineup in there. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean the Pods are good.
Yes,
that's going to be an awesome race.
Aren't the Dodgers season. Like the number one sticky stuff team too, where they like got the most spin rates and stuff?
They have been over the last couple seasons. Yeah.
Did you guys see the video that Tony tweeted out the other night with Max Scherzer?
Yeah, they did it. Yeah. So did Sergio Romo did it too. He took his pants off.
Yeah, I mean.
You see,
why are they doing that, Joe? Like,
they're doing that every single pitcher now. They're checking every single pitcher now. They made it a rule.
But is it warranted? Like, are guys like using?
Everybody's using stuff, yeah. But MLB switched the balls. It's really on MLB. They switched the balls from last year to this year. Now they're not traveling as much, and now they're like, oh, let's investigate the pitchers. No more sticky stuff. So they're trying to change the subject into it being the players, not them changing anything. And it is what it is, Now they're not allowing sticky stuff.
I think it's crap that the coaches can tell the
yeah, I don't like that.
That's when Girardi did that was so annoying. Like they're already
but sticky stuff was always outlawed, right? Or no?
Yeah, I guess, but it was like, never searched upon, never like, unless you're Michael Pineda and got it on the side of your neck, nobody's really going out of their way to throw you out of a game for it.
Did you guys see yesterday in the Orioles game, they checked the knuckleball pitcher from the O's?
They're just checking everybody. Every single pitcher needs to get checked at least once. Starters to get checked more than once.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Gab? I mean, you're the only guy here that throws fucking 96. So
I mean, how often do you want to check starting pitchers twice a game?
Yeah.
I mean, Scherzer was checked like 4 or 5 times.
That was because you want my social security number and my in-laws' address. Like, what else do you want? I mean, Scherzer did it best. Like he literally was about to take off his clothes, like to make a statement.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would be pissed. Imagine you're a relief pitcher, come in, you give up fucking 3 runs, get like 2 outs, and then they're like, oh, come over here. Let me check if you got anything on you. I'd be like, fuck you.
I don't want to hear batters pissing and moaning because Max Scherzer gets them out. Max Scherzer is fucking better than you. That's why he gets you out, regardless of substance or no substance.
I was just going to say that. I'm not a baseball guy. I'm not a basketball guy. Everybody knows I'm a football, fighting, and NASCAR guy. But, I mean, hasn't Max Scherzer been one of the 3 best pitchers in baseball for a decade?
Have you heard of one shit pitcher that's being investigated for this stuff? No, it's everybody who the batters are, pissing and moaning about.
Doesn't it make sense? If you're going to check a guy, check the shit kicker that goes like 6 innings, no hits. not Max Scherzer.
Scherzer's got 200 mil in the bank. You know, if he uses a little bit of substance, he ain't going to care one way or the other. But I'll tell you who's going to use it is the fucking swing starter on the back end of the 40-man.
Yeah, Anthony Kay for the Blue Jays today, who struck out like 9.
Anthony Kay was a hero today, by the way. No more slander on that man.
No, he was great. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying he was good. I used him.
I definitely, if you told me I knew that guys were cheating, I'd want to be on them for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I love roster and Pat Reed and some golf. I know he'll cheat for me.
Mangone, who was your favorite guy going into the players?
Into the players?
That's the tournament this week, right?
No, that was not this week. This week is Travelers.
Travelers, yeah. Who was your favorite outright bet going into the tourney?
I liked Keegan. I liked Keegan and Answer a lot, but they're not doing the best. Those were two that they're +2 right now, but they got some time. It's first day, but those are two I like. Snyder, I know, was on Answer. He was on 2 others, I forget, but Answer, I know he was on that too. But Keegan was probably my like when JJ asked in the video, my 50 to 1 or more. That's what I was on.
Hey, Travis, when the Olympics starts, will DK allow us to do basketball lineups?
I don't know. I can't remember. I know they did summer league way back, and I played.
Did they do the FIBA 2 years ago?
Yeah, I can't remember, man. I played a bunch of those different ones. I definitely played summer league. I can't remember about FIBA. I mean, they have Euro basketball, so I would assume they're going to have it.
Yeah, it's tough because some of those guys in the other countries are amateurs, and there's weird amateur rules.
Oh, true. Yeah,
Yeah,
they might leave those off the slate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll definitely leave those off the slate if it's amateur players. Yeah, definitely. I don't know. I know I'm excited for Summer League, though. The Summer League one is always fun. It's like a solid week long. And then there's the good old TBT. They'll have that again, I'm sure. So
I think I just hit my value there with Luke Kennard JSU. I think I got him off the snowflake with that shot right there.
Oh, is he doing anything? Because I know people were talking about him.
I threw him in my lineup. He's not crushing.
I hated this showdown slate. I looked at it and I was just like, there's a lot of unpredictability, I felt like, with it.
I think it's hard, man. Like, that's why I can't believe Big T does so well on him. Like, you have to, like, basically get the game perfectly.
Well, the thing is, like, so the one thing that Big T is really good at with it is he makes sure to play, like, different paths that others aren't just doing. And, like, there's so much dead money of, like, the same team. Like,
yeah.
If you pulled up the CSVs from it, like, it's amazing how many people just say, like, this play the same typical team. Like, those days where you see, like, first place is, like everyone's winning $300, you know what I mean? Yeah. Splitting $100K like a billion ways. Like, there's just a lot of people every night doing that. And Big T's really good at finding a different path and finding the right game script for sure.
Tony's had a hell of a year, man.
Speaking of the Olympics, have you guys looked at who's on the baseball roster? Joey or Gavin or any of you guys?
No, is it awesome?
It's all old dudes. It's great.
The U.S. baseball roster is usually disgraceful beyond belief.
Matt Wieters is starting at catcher.
What's his name?
Oh, I remember him.
Wieters.
On the Orioles, right?
Todd Frazier, right? Yeah.
Logan the Senior Olympics or like the Olympics where they give out the real medals and shit and the countries compete?
I think Matt Kemp's going to DH. John Jay.
Just bring back Clemens then to start. Yeah, I mean, you might as well.
Do you guys actually watch the Olympics? I never love to watch it. I guess we can't put DFS lineups for it typically.
Honestly, I like watching it. I think that we've done pretty well betting the Olympics, like winter and summer.
There give me greater satisfaction than whooping communist ass, so I have to watch a little bit.
I don't love that like USA sent like so many good basketball players. I was kind of hoping they sent I like watching like the younger guys. So.
I liked it better when we were all, well, you probably don't remember, but before '88, I mean, it was fun.
Yeah, I wasn't born yet. So.
Yeah, me either.
I'll be right back.
Our two aces are Homer Bailey and Edwin Jackson.
Oh man, that doesn't
Gosh,
sound like much.
Edwin Jackson,
Yeah,
man.
gonna be some runs
That's back
scored
from
in.
when like I used to bet baseball.
Give me some
I'm
runs
like,
scored
I
in
know
those
those
games.
Yeah,
Edwin Jackson was he would either give you like 6 and nothing or 3 and 5 earned runs, right? Like
Yeah.
he was either just on fire or nothing, like the ultimate hit or miss guy. Get your strikeouts too, if I remember.
David
Yeah.
Robertson, wow,
He's Adam Frazier went
old Yankees reliever.
Yeah, he
Watch
did.
Tulowitzki will end up being their shortstop. He's coaching. He's an assistant for UT right now in the College World Series. After he gets done, they're going to ask him if Tulowitzki wants to play short, and he'll be like, "Yeah, sure." And that's going to be the shortstop. Like that's where we're headed.
Yeah,
'cause
JSU, my like Pirates didn't fit with my Reds enough. It was like annoying. I tried so hard to make that work, and it was like so frustrating.
Yeah, I like those two teams too.
I couldn't make them like work together. I kept trying and like, I mean, I ended up going Blue Jays and Reds, and it went. I got like a lot of the good ones. Like I have Castellanos, which is huge because he's pretty low owned, but it was
Castellanos low owned, nice.
Yeah, I mean 18%. I mean for this slate, right? I mean that's pretty good.
Yeah, I thought there were like 5 good spots.
I love the Pirates. I just literally every time I tried to do the Pirates, it just could not fit with what I wanted to do. I tried so hard to make a Pirate stack work. And
get up there, DA.
I'm pretty shocked at how high owned Walker Buehler is. I did not think he was going to be. He's 55% in some contests.
Is he doing terrible still? Because he started out rough, obviously. I mean, 1 run, right? But
3 and a third.
Kennard throwing up Trey Young style shots here.
3
JSU.
Ks.
I'm not happy about that.
He's got the 3K. Okay, yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter. That Jordan homer murdered me. I was like up so much.
There's a CP3.
Yeah, I just saw that one.
Where's Keg?
He went to the bathroom real quick. We'll let him know we got one of them.
I didn't play any Walker. I was on all the pricey bats today.
Half, right?
Yeah, I'll end up mid cashing, but
I actually had a bunch of Jordan, but a lot of it is with petite teams.
Kennard on Paul. I don't like this.
Oh, there's another one bucket we need one more bucket from 8 and 2.
No, that's 6. Isn't that 16?
Is that 16? I thought it was 14.
Oh, you're way ahead of me. Yeah,
he's at 16. I see 16 on Yahoo.
That's 16, Joey work.
Cash it for Tyler. I'll put it on the board for him because I got fucking.
You know what's funny is every single because JSU, I watch the other company shows and stuff too, right? And everyone's videos. Everybody was on that DeAndre Ayton, but I couldn't even argue. I'm like, it's not even square because it's the right play because of the matchup. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, and you can make the case that he's had 2 quarters where he's ran as bad as possible, like playing live.
That's why I said I thought the number should be at 20 or 21 because I was thinking like how high would it have to be before I didn't bet it, And it's like 21 is where I'm like, okay, even at 20 and a half, I think I would have taken it,
Yeah, I mean, I think if the line was at 20, though, I think it would have made you think twice about betting it.
Yeah.
You might have still bet it, though, but I think it would have made you think twice about betting it.
Spread, do you have NBA fatigue yet?
It's weird. Like I was talking to my girlfriend about it. Like I know that first week I'm gonna like love it. Like we got like hiking trips planned. And, like I basically just keep putting everything off like after July 22nd because I know that would be like potentially the last day of the finals. But I know that after like 1 week of doing everything that I wanted to do, like going up to Tahoe and going hiking and taking her out and going to the movies and all that stuff, I'll be ready for it to start back up.
I just have some fatigue because this series, like I just know the Suns are gonna like win the series. Like I feel pretty good about the Suns taking this series, so I don't like have this like I definitely like I watched Hawks last night for sure. I'm just not as
it's this series I'm not as into. Like for example, like I already can't wait till last night. Like I was arguing with some of my buddies in text, because they're just like all basically like all the things that you would say like. Oh, well, like the normal like media stuff, like the Hawks wanted it more, they have more heart, they hustle more. It's like, no, they went 8 of 36 from 3, like, like would they have that much heart, right? If they had gone 10 from 36 and were able to win. But yeah, and then it came to tonight and I'm like, and they're getting me fired up. And then tonight I'm like, oh, yeah, like, I don't really know what's going to happen. Like, I bet the Clippers, but I don't love that bet. I just, it's just reflex. Teams down 2-0, they're never as bad as they look getting blown out on the home court.
Yeah, we'll see if the Clippers have been funny. It's like they don't it's like the first two games like okay, like we'll just like run a bigger rotation and then they like tighten up, but it's gonna be tougher to tighten up this time. You know what I mean? No Kawhi, obviously, it gets a little harder. But they did against.
Yeah, I mean, you got to admit though, if Kawhi was in it, like I would be like glued to this. Like,
yeah,
I agree with you. Like, even if they win tonight, it just.
My difference with the Jazz and Suns is like not to steal Big T's words, but they have a bunch of unathletic white dudes on the Jazz, and the Suns have athletic dudes on the wings, right?
So here's my only thing with that: like, why do we put unathletic in the front? Like, who's this athletic white dude that we're talking about? Like, why don't you just say white dudes? Like, let's just get to the basis of the breakdown here.
Jason Williams happened at one time in life.
That's true.
I remember that. Travis was like 2, so he doesn't remember.
I remember he. I
love me some Jason Williams.
Yeah, Jason Williams. That's a good
He got in
call.
trouble for doing something when I was young. I forget. He was. When was that he did that? I remember seeing it on ESPN. I forget.
Bro, Chase Buttinger was elite 1 percentile athleticism. He's the best volleyball player in the nation. Come on now.
Oh, wow. Are you Googling most athletic white dude in the NBA, JSU? Like, who would it be? Who's this athletic white dude that we're talking about?
I don't
Most
know.
athletic white dude in the NBA right now.
I mean, Gordon Hayward's got some muscles, right? I mean, he doesn't
that's
look
a
like
biased
he's
statement.
Dude, he's got 1 ankle.
Yeah,
Also, having muscles doesn't make you athletic.
I know he looks like a dude that works out, right? I'm trying to think like an athletic dude that's.
When I think athletic, I think twitchy, explosive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of who's
fair. He's not
the
explosive, right?
fastest one.
I'm trying to think of someone that's at least got a little bit of they're not just like made of jello, right? Or
Dude, did you see RG3 bang like that 4.27?
no.
I don't even know what happened. Like, first he like said like, "Oh, my wife looks hecka good in a sundress," and then everyone came for his head on that. And so then I don't know like what got it all up into him, and then he said, "Okay, whatever," and then he went out and posted like himself running, and it's unofficial, but I mean the guy's still floating.
He's not running a 4.27 unless he's driving a Tesla.
By the way, Spread, speaking of white chocolate in the chat, I almost became a Kings fan because of him. Like I love that team.
Oh,
literally,
it was so
Doug
awesome.
Christie, Chris Webber. That's when they switched it for Mike Bibby, which I was very upset about.
Bro, Brad,
I didn't like that either. I didn't like that either.
I was pissed because he was one of my favorites to watch. I was like a huge fan.
That was when Chris Webber was dating Tyra Banks, and they had always. And this is back before downtown really got renovated in Sacramento. So, like, when they would go out, like, everybody would know about it. And they would always go to this one place downtown. And it was just so crazy. Like, Tyra Banks is in Sacramento? Like, this is wild.
Yeah, I was picking between, like, 3 teams. I think my 3 favorite players were Paul Pierce, Allen Iverson,
and Keith Van Horn.
And Jason Williams. And Jason Williams, then he went to the Grizzlies, right? I mean, I don't know if it was before.
He got a ring with the Heat, though, I think, in 2006. I think he was on that
I was happy about that. But
and,
it's like not a real ring, you know? It's like,
it counts.
Kind of.
Right?
I guess. I don't know. I mean, obviously it depends on the person.
Steve, is that kid Mac McClung? Is he in Georgetown? Is he still in Georgetown?
No,
he transferred to Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Oh, he transferred to Texas Tech. You want to talk about an athletic white dude in high school?
Yeah,
I don't know. Like
he's a super athlete
in college, but he was a freak in high school. I remember watching his videos in high school.
Yeah, that's a good one. I don't think he's a great player, but he's definitely athletic.
Dude's like 6'2", though. He is a freak athlete especially for a white dude. Like, you watch some of those videos, and you're like, holy shit. He's catching alley-oop dunks like rim, like face to rim almost. Like,
yeah, he's a super athlete, not a great shooter, doesn't defend. I think he declared for the draft. He's not getting drafted.
No, he's not that good.
No.
You know what I was going to ask you earlier, Stephen? We kind of got off topic, but I was going to tell you. So I remember when they had the G League on at like 8 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wanted to see the Jalen Green guy, right? And I remember the thing that I came away from it was Jonathan Kuminga is really good. Like he was the one that really popped to me watching it, so I could see why they would say that about Jalen Green.
Yeah, Kuminga. I don't know as much about the G League guys, obviously.
I just watched a couple games, but
yeah, I mean, you can tell that they're sick athletes. I don't.
Yeah.
I would have trouble drafting a guy in the top 5 who I know can't shoot at all, like Kuminga.
Yeah, I don't think he'll go top 5. Do you? I don't think he will.
He's projected top 5 in most of the mocks I've seen.
I think he will because it's widely considered a 5-man draft. In whatever order they fall in, it's pretty.
I think Scotty Barnes will jump him.
I think Scotty Barnes. I mean, I don't know as much about Kuminga, obviously, but I think Scotty Barnes has a ton of upside. And we've seen these Florida State guys enter the league and kind of blossom. So he's great. I think Davion Mitchell should be a top 10, top 8 pick for sure. I don't know. I just rather draft guys who I know can shoot. I'm pretty sure Kuminga shot like 23%.
So if you're at 3, Mobley and Cunningham are off the board. Who are you taking?
Who? Sorry.
So say you're at pick 3, Mobley and Cunningham are off the board. Who would you be taking?
I think Suggs should be the number 2 pick.
I do too. I think he's way better than Jalen Green.
Yeah. I think Suggs is awesome. His game is perfect for the NBA. He's bigger than people think. He's like 6'4", 205, 210.
Yeah.
So he's not coming in at, I think Jalen Green's like 6'4", 170 pounds, Yeah. So, and he's just got like that it factor to him. He's going to be awesome. Contributes.
Can Suggs not go early? Because I don't want him to go to the Pistons. That would be just terrible.
Suggs is going top 4 for sure.
Please don't go 1. I don't want him buried on that.
He's not going number 1.
Cade is going number 1.
Sure. Just make it spread. If the Pistons don't make like whatever the number 1 pick is, would you be shocked?
Yes, at this time I would, especially now they have Troy Weaver.
Like the Pistons, it's a foregone conclusion. They're going to pick the right guy.
They always do.
I like Troy Weaver. I think he's going to get that team going in the right direction.
Cade is definitely going number 1. He's a 6'9" point guard. He's awesome.
Yeah.
Again, you're giving the Pistons too much credit. I wouldn't be shocked if they wanted to pair Suggs and Hayes together, right?
Hayes is so bad.
They would not do that. I'll admit he flubbed that Hayes pick, but he nailed it.
Who is Hayes? I don't know who it is.
Killian Hayes. He's absolutely terrible.
He had to been a Euro.
Too, like you watched in Europe, and he didn't even look fast. He didn't even look fast in Europe. Like, what do you think's going to happen in the NBA?
Does he only play point?
Taller of a point guard. Yeah. Like in Euro, he wasn't like faster than everyone.
That's what I'm saying. Like even watching his tape, I could tell you he wasn't athletic. And then it's like now you're going to go bring him into a league where the athleticism is 10 times as much. I mean, it's just crazy to me.
Can he shoot, or is he only a point guard? Because Cade is going to play point.
Yeah, he's backup. I mean,
yeah.
I would say he can play point. He's not going to be the lead point on a team.
Cade?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think if you bring him in to the NBA, it's a huge advantage to have a 6'9" point guard who can actually play. But he can shoot too. I think that was the big question mark coming in. He shot like 40% from 3.
Everybody focused on him all game, every game.
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't give the Pistons too much credit, guys. That's all I got.
Yeah, I watched the OK State Baylor game, and my buddy was on Baylor, and he's sitting there getting heck mad. And I'm like, why did you bet against this guy? Like, why did we bet against the consensus number 1 pick? Because I know Baylor's good, but come on.
Because Baylor was way better than Oklahoma State for 95% of the year.
yeah, I guess that's true. I just tuned in, and he's just sitting there throwing stuff and flipping around, and like, all I knew was like Cade Cunningham, and I knew Davion Mitchell too, but it was like I knew he was like lower end lottery, and Cade Cunningham was like consensus number 1.
Baylor had dudes, and they had old dudes too. So
I'll tell you who's going to get Davion Mitchell is the Warriors.
He fits in there because he can come in right away.
He can take the pressure off both Steph and Clay at any given point of any game. Take one of them out, leave Davion in. Take the other out, leave Davion in. And he's really steady-handed, plays really good defense to shore up like Steph. I think Davion's going to the Warriors.
Yeah,
I just did a quick mock draft. It's like a Bleacher Report one, so it's probably not the best. But I just laughed seeing the Sacramento Kings taking Jalen Johnson, a power forward. That's what the Kings.
That would be
Another
the
power
Kings
forward
would
from
do
Duke.
ever.
Jalen Johnson's
Ever,
such a
dude.
loser. Oh my god,
Terrible.
Head case, high maintenance kid. Who's
quit on his team.
It's probably not a good mock draft, but I just
that's
thought
what we need is
funny.
another power forward from Duke.
I
it's
was
so
just
well
laughing.
so far.
This
Who
other
can't
one has.
shoot.
Yeah, Davion Mitchell. I mean, he's going to step in and be like a top tier defensive guard in the league from day one.
Corey Kispert, does he make an impact in the first couple of years? I think he ends up doing it, but
He can shoot the lights
right away.
out. He can't guard anyone, but he can really shoot. He shot 46%.
If the
from
Warriors
three.
slotted him at 14, do you think he could make an impact right away, or is his defense so bad that he won't be able to get playing time?
He can shoot well enough, and he's big enough that you can make him work. I think he's like 6'7" or 6'8", so he's not a.
I think his
tiny
lack
guy.
of defense turns him into sexy Doug McDermott.
Yeah,
I mean, I actually think
he's better than Doug
McDermott wouldn't be that bad on that roster, though.
Yeah. But no, I think Mitchell's going to be a star. He's a little older, which is why people don't like him. But man, he is so freaking good defensively. His nickname is Off Night because whoever he guards has an off night, which is
I like
just
that.
a fucking awesome nickname.
Speaking of nights, what about Boo Night or
Book Night?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Book Night. He's like an alpha scorer, not a great shooter, but he's pretty big and wiry.
He's an actual bucket getter compared to Mike.
Yeah,
Warriors Twitter wants him too.
He's a bench scorer, I think, in the NBA.
Yeah, he's a spark plug 6-man.
Yeah.
What about your boy Moses? I see this mock draft says Moses Moody to the Pelicans at 10.
3-and-D guy, super young. I think there's a lot of upside with him.
Yeah.
He's bigger
I wouldn't
than,
mind if we picked him.
Yeah. I think Moses can be good.
Yeah, I like him.
I mean, these are the guys that I like, who you already know at least they can shoot, I get that, the prospects of like a super athlete who you can teach to shoot, is high, but man, those guys just bust all the time.
We need more.
Yeah, but that was Jaylen Brown. His big issue was he couldn't shoot in college. They said that's what they said. So
yeah, and if you watched him at Cal, he really couldn't, but he was so athletic compared to the rest of the Pac-10 that it was just like he was able to get to his spot so easily.
He talked about that. He said he didn't understand it. He's like, I mean, I didn't have the best shooting years, but I was better than like my numbers and stuff. And then he obviously got better.
So I'm on NBADraft.net. I'm just going to go down the list. Guys who can't shoot. Kuminga can't shoot. Book Night is worse from three than you would think. He was like 29%. Keon Johnson definitely can't shoot. Great defender and uber athlete, though. I think he's a guy who you can take.
I see him at 15 for the Wizards here on this one mock, Keon.
Zaire Williams, awful pick. I don't know anything about Josh Giddey.
Give me your thoughts on Franz Wagner because he's slotted to us in a lot of mocks.
Yeah,
Franz
I saw
Wagner.
that too.
I think Wagner's game, and Gavin can comment on that too because we watch a ton of Michigan games. I think he's gonna have a big impact. Like he's bigger than you think he is. He's not like an uber athlete, but he's pretty damn athletic.
I mean, he's athletic. He's white though. Are we sure he's athletic?
He's athletic. Yeah, he's definitely athletic. He's better. He's way better than his older brother. And he does a lot of everything, I guess you could say. He's a good scorer. He rebounded a ton in college. I'm not sure if he'll do that in the NBA, but just like a box score filler type of guy.
Yeah, at first I was so pissed, and then I started looking into him, and I watched a little tape on him, and I'm like, nah, he wouldn't be that.
He's a high floor, kind of lower ceiling for the other guys that you're going to look for in that range. He's pretty safe, and he's going to be productive.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
I would rather have him
He's
than
a guy
Zaire
who-
Williams.
who-
I'll tell you that.
Wagner is one of those guys who in the draft is one of those few prospects that you can draft knowing that he doesn't need the ball in his hands all the time to get the investment out of what
We need a Chris Paul bucket here.
That's the best way I've described Wagner.
Cool. Thanks, guys. Yeah, that'll help me. We'll do a good one, and I'll do a podcast going into the draft where I bring people who watch and cap college all year long, and they catch me up, and that helps me out a lot. But just like to get your guys' early thoughts. JSU. So hey, we know that we pretty sure how this game's going to end. I won't be able to talk to you Saturday morning when this game when they tip back up. Which way do you think you'll be looking to go? Game 4. Do you think the Suns get back?
Yeah, I think the Suns are going to get back. Chris Paul, first game back, for sure rusty. D-Book, another a tough game here. And you could make the argument that they were winning at halftime. They hung in it, had a rough third quarter, but it's not like they got completely blown out of this game. They just hit another 3, obviously, to extend it, but
yeah,
they were in there for a little while. They just all struggled. It comes to a point where if your best player, your second best player are all struggling shooting the ball, you're going to have a tough time.
Now, my main concern on just coming back on the Suns, though, is I'm worried that Booker's uncomfortable with that mask and that he might not, where I count on Paul to play better, right?
I don't think so. I don't think the mask has a I personally don't think the mask has a difference.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to play with a mask, though. Fuck that.
It's not about, but again, though, at one, you got to rely. These guys are that dude is a star.
Oh yeah, he's on a different level, obviously.
I get it, but Jamal Murray had that sleeve on during the season, and he hated it, and he threw it off because it bothered him.
Sleeve is part of your arm. That's what you shoot with. So I could see that being a little more of an issue, though.
I get it, but some guys definitely don't like the face mask. It for sure is a thing.
After playing the whole year without it, definitely got to be a little weird.
Yeah, and obviously he's wearing it for a reason.
With that mask on.
True.
Yeah, but he got used to it, right? I'm just worried that also he's not breathing the same as well.
Come on, get a bucket for Chris Paul.
Yeah,
Make
like
that,
Oki
Chris.
says.
Yes, let's go. Cash Tyler.
Did you get it?
Way ahead of us,
Nice.
Joey.
Yeah, Joey's on that Costa Rica stuff.
I'm still looking at him dribbling the ball.
Yeah, dribble,
Put it on the
and
board
mine one,
for
it just
Tyler.
went through.
Another prop for Tyler. Put it on the board.
Spread. I have a surprise for you on the rundown on Tuesday.
Oh, I can't wait.
I'm excited. Waiting for.
Are we gonna have a rundown on Tuesday? Let me look ahead to it.
Yeah, we do. The Bucks and Hawks play on Tuesday.
The Bucks and the Hawks are that day.
Yes, I'm excited. It's the perfect. It's perfect. If I don't have it on Tuesday, I'm going to be mad because it should be here by then. So yeah, it'll be a nice surprise for you.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll definitely have one Tuesday.
And we'll see what the Clippers do in this series.
And my guess is that we're going to have Wednesday off. That's my guess right now.
Would that be a game 6 or 5?
That would be game 6 for this tonight.
Yeah, I do think it's 5. I wouldn't count the Clippers.
I kind of think this is their night, and then it just kind of goes back to everything else we've seen.
Gavin, we should have taken that live under. There's no way this game gets to 8.
For which game? The Dodgers?
Could have bet the Clippers.
No, the College World Series game.
Great call by JSU to be on the clip tonight.
Yeah.
It's their game. It's their game to win.
So,
what try and steal the next one though? They definitely got to stop the Clippers.
Is it 2-3-2 or 2-2-1-1-1?
2-2-1-1-1.
Okay, so you guys think the Suns go back with a 3-1 lead?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my prediction, but we shall see.
I'll take the Clippers game 4.
Joey Work says the clip tied up.
Yep.
What's the line? Line's not out yet.
It's going to come out exactly the same. It'll come out
give me
exactly the same.
1.5 again.
Because those the 1-to-1, it just moves so easily.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
It'll move through 0 so easily. So it's going to be.
They should have won game 2. It should be 2-1 going to game 4 Clippers.
I'll bet you to open at Clippers -1 again, and it gets bet up to
Joey, I forget what bet, but you said it to me one time. Oh, well, it should have, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen,
Joey, in the end, betting on
right.
Paul George long term, I knew it wasn't going to go right for another entire series. So this is what we get when we bet Paul George.
My question would be, how many times in that spot does he miss both free throws, though?
It's pandemic P, right? I mean, we're not surprised. I mean, he does kind of choke a little bit. Like, I mean, are you surprised Giannis misses a free throw or Simmons? No. I'm not surprised Paul George shoots bad in the game, right? I get it's a free throw, but he has missed like a ton of shots in games where he's supposed to make them.
That's fair. Who's pitching for the Cubs tonight? Kerry Wood? What the fuck is going on?
Unbelievable.
No,
Hey,
I
Travis,
guess the emotion of the last series.
Did you hear these rumors? Because I know on the rundown we love to slander Coach Bud, right? But did you hear who Luka's going to have coaching him?
Oh gosh, yeah.
You think Coach Bud is bad?
Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, speaking of coaching, did you hear about the Pacers?
Yeah, they got Carlisle.
I love it. I'm like, this team's going to be great next year.
Who are the Wizards going to hire?
Let me ask this, Mangone. I know you're a fan of the Celtics. JSU, I know you're a Massachusetts guy, so I would assume you're a Celtics guy. What are your thoughts on Brad Stevens being the president of basketball operations?
I don't know what he did to deserve that role.
Bro, did you see my tweet?
Yeah, I knew your tweet. I knew where this is going.
Yeah, in 9 years, he went from the coach of the Butler Bulldogs to president of the basketball operations for the Celtics. 4 of the 8 seasons he was the Celtics coach, he couldn't get out of the first round. So how do they give him that job?
I mean, well, the one thing I'll say about Stevens, he did a good job building the Butler program, right? So, I mean, I have faith he can definitely – he's got connections, too, like with college coaches. I mean, he definitely probably is fine at that. I will say the new coach that they got, right, is that official they got the Nets coach or whatever, the assistant?
Mm-hmm.
You like that? You like the hire, Mangone?
So the thing I'll say, it's kind of like NFL coaches. Like, if you're gonna tell me like I'm getting Mike Budenholzer, like if I know the name, more than likely he's not a great coach, right? Like I'm okay with unknown names sometimes. Like if it's like a great named coach, then yeah, I want him. But sometimes guys are fired for a reason these days, and like, I'm fine with a no-name guy sometimes. I think that's okay, right? You never know what he could be. Everyone was a no-name guy at some point, so I'd rather that than some guy that I know, like Stan Van Gundy, right? I don't want a recycled coach. If I had a recycled coach,
I understand that, but my question is, what do you think about Brad Stevens being the president of basketball operations for the Celtics?
I'm fine with it because I think he's like, I mean, he helped build a Butler up. Like, I mean, that's a hard thing to do. It's not.
Yeah.
I mean, Steve, how hard is it to build up a program like Butler and make him a powerhouse, right? I mean,
incredibly hard, and that's why he could take any job he wanted at the time.
Yeah, it's got to take.
I actually like him better in like that kind of role than a coach, just because it seems like he is of that mind where he's more about building the program than the day-to-day coaching, especially at this point. So
right, but if you look
I think
at
it's
what
cool.
he's done in the NBA thus far, what has he done to actually deserve that role?
Yeah, I mean,
not in Butler, in the NBA. What is he done?
But he's so how many
the
coaches
NBA has a
there's
bunch
not
of
that
like
many great
players
coaches,
in that
right?
role. Like I think Ben Wallace is in that role for a team. I mean, come on, I would rather have Brad Stevens than Ben Wallace in that role. Just because you played in the league doesn't mean you can build a team.
Oh, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that you have to play in the league to build a team. That's not what I was saying. My point was like, since he's been in the NBA, what has he actually like achieved?
But what did Danny Ainge do to really help him? He flopped on a ton of stuff. Sure,
Danny Ainge was awful. No, I think Danny Ainge was like,
I mean, as a coach,
fucked up one of like
the Celtics had so many draft picks and so many potential trades they could have jumped on. I think he fucked that whole thing up.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, he was kind of hamstringed a little bit. Like he was kind of in a pickle trying to figure out how to work with the team when he didn't have all the picks in the world, right? All those picks were just sitting there and they weren't traded to get assets, you know? Like,
yeah, I don't know. I just trust him as a smart and savvy guy that he's going to do a good job. As a coach, like Mangone was just saying, you know, you play with what you're dealt with, and now he can make personnel decisions. So I like it, actually.
I guess only time will tell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see.
It's interesting for sure. You know?
I like that his first move was getting rid of Kemba, though. I thought that was
a great
move.
You could tell he had been thinking about doing it.
I didn't
mind
the Horford deal. I didn't mind the Horford deal too, because like you could probably shop Horford around for something, like maybe like during the year if it's just not working out. But like it's definitely not my favorite contract too. I think he's got like 2 more years. I could be wrong, but
I mean,
it is something like over
shut
the
him down
offseason.
because he was playing well. Right? I
Yeah,
mean, they didn't shut him down because he was contributing to them losing.
They did that to friggin' Moses Brown, too, at one point. They
Yeah.
gave him a contract and then stopped playing him. Like,
I like Moses Brown. I'll take him.
I'll say this.
Squad.
I like Moses Brown too. Like, but like, let's not overrate him, right? I mean, he's.
I'm not overrating him. I'm saying that he was playing so well that they had to stop giving him like 25 plus minutes a night.
Yeah.
No, I know. My point I'm making is I feel like a lot of people when they saw that Moses Brown deal, it was like DFS players were like, oh, I love this guy. It's like, well, yeah, he's fine, right? But Moses Brown is not like the next Shaq, right? I feel like
but he's one of my favorite 3K players for the whole season.
I will say though,
he was like a 3K MVP on DraftKings.
He's an upgrade to a center position where the Celtics consistently are dealing with Robert Williams injuries.
Yeah.
Wow, I hadn't heard that name in 2.5 years. Moses Brown made it. That's good.
Moses Brown was a hero in DFS.
Moses Brown, he's like actually
he was
good.
in a lot of winning lineups.
Well, he was like a top 10 recruit, and then he was okay at UCLA, but he didn't really, take.
Moses Brown is in that GIF where whenever like because he was the kid that put his chin down and the guy put his chin up for him. That's he's famous in that GIF too. So
for anybody that's thinking about, I know we don't sell ourselves anywhere near as much as we should, but for anybody that's thinking about joining the Run Pure Bets website or Run Pure Sports, you can use the promo code bets 25 off. You'll get 25% off the first month on the bet side. Right now we're up 13 units in the month of June. We're up about 73 units year to date since we started the website. And for anybody that wants to grab the DFS and bet side together, Mangone, what's the promo code right now to get the DFS side and the first month free on the bet side?
It's Get Bets. So you use Get Bets, you get the DFS, you get the bets for free. And hey, even if you're like a DFS only guy, right? Or if you're a bets only guy, right? I mean, you can use that stuff to help you make bets and look at other stuff. Like so, it's definitely worth it. Just get it all together and join the community, and we'd love to have you.
Whether we work here or not, there is no better value for $100 than getting the DFS and bet side at Run Pure Sports. It's borderline ridiculous. So that's our sales pitch.
JSU, who you got tomorrow?
Oh boy, what's the line at right now, spread?
Same as when we did it yesterday, -8.
God, the Bucks gonna be terrible again. Are they gonna make any adjustments on Trey?
I would hope so.
Like I'm honestly worried that they won't because it's Budenholzer.
Yeah, I mean the good thing is that there's adjustments that I know that he does do, which is box out, right? Even Budenholzer is going to get on that.
You know what he needs to do, and we talked about this on the show because I think I was on the rundown show for the first game.
Yeah.
And I said What did I say to you? Remember? I said they need to play Giannis at the 5 in this series.
Yeah, and those minutes were crushed, and that's why it's like, as a Bucks ticket holder here, I'm not like as worried because the solution's simple, and we did see him like use it. Title and I talked about it this morning. I said you run Lopez for 12 minutes. You run him like Bogut on the Warriors. 6 minutes in the first quarter, 6 minutes in the third. Giannis at the 5 the rest of the time.
God, he just loves Brook Lopez for whatever reason.
And the thing is, if you're getting beat on the boards, why is he out there? Because if Brook Lopez is out there, I better get every defensive rebound. But
here's the thing with Brook Lopez. He doesn't get defensive rebounds. He'll box his man out.
Well, that's what he needed to do because he wasn't boxing Capella out because Capella crushed us.
Yeah, well, Capella actually hits the offensive glass hard. He is.
Yeah, and Collins has been too. Like Collins is coming in like that crazy dude that starts a fight playing pickup.
Collins
just running in and throwing his whole body.
Collins has been really aggressive in this playoff.
I love it. And you talked about they didn't want to give him a max deal. There's no way they can't bring him back now. I mean, talk about someone who earned their money.
I mean, especially if they beat the Bucks, there's no way they don't sign him.
Even without it, I think they have to. Like, I don't understand how they could let him go with all.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if they beat the Bucks, it's kind of hard not to just bring back your team that made it to the championship.
I think even if they lose this one, they bring everyone back. They're in a better position than Philadelphia. You know, the goodest position is Boston.
The one thing I'll say, Spread, like we always think, like we know what the teams are going to be next year. There's a lot more flipping that goes on in the offseason than you realize. Like, there'll be some trades you don't expect out of nowhere that just shakes everything.
Right, like Chris Paul to the Suns. Like, remember waking up for that, and you're just like, what? That was not something that I expected.
You can't even predict or think of. It happens every single year. Like, I mean, obviously, I know like Paul George he probably won't be traded now, but like, if the Clippers like didn't beat the Jazz, like Paul George easily would have been flipped, right? I mean, there's a lot of things that can happen. I mean, Damian Lillard could obviously go to a random team out of nowhere, right? Like CJ McCollum. There's just so many things that can happen. So it's going to be exciting.
Give me your pick for tomorrow, though.
Oh man, it's hard to jump. I mean, it's hard to jump on the Hawks to win, right? But
you gonna grab the 8 though?
Oh man, get in there.
I mean, how on earth? I mean, again, I'm someone that loves to make fun of the Bucks. How on earth do the Bucks like not come out and like attack tomorrow and like have that blowout win? Because that's what they're good at, right? They're good at winning those runaway games. So, I'll say this: if the game is close at the end, I'll definitely be live betting the Hawks because I don't trust the Bucks to get the job done in a close game. That's for sure. I'll probably lean Hawks in the 8.5 just because I want to keep rocking the Hawks, but it's I want a fun series, right? I want this thing to go 6 or 7. Ultimately, I'm excited for this series, and I hope the Suns and Clippers series can go a little longer too, so we can get some exciting game 6s and 7s because nothing's better than game 7, right? Spread, like it's the best feeling.
You know what's funny is I was all down on him. What's up?
Drew Holiday, how'd he do in that game 1? That was one thing I was right about. I was wrong about that first game, but the one thing I got right was fucking Drew Holiday came to play.
Honestly, we like nailed that game except for our Chris Middleton. And he didn't show up, and we thought he would have a big game, and he did not, and they lost by 10.
I didn't nail that game. I thought the Bucks were going to blow him out in game 1.
Right, but if Chris Middleton shoots even 5 for 14 instead of 1 of 14, they blow him out, right?
Yeah, I mean, in the end, 8 for 36 from 3 ain't going to get it done. That's not going to.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. And that's why it's like coaching this, coaching that, like 8 of 36. Like Phil Jackson's not even overcoming that,
Gavin, Kenny in the chat's asking if you are betting the Vandy game tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm looking to get Vandy at 140 or 150-ish or better. I think we're going to get a good price because NC State beat them the first time. And I'm looking to bet another under 7.5. I think that's what the total is going to come out around.
And Rocker's pitching, right?
Is that John Rocker's son?
No, he actually couldn't look any different than John Rocker, believe it or not.
Yeah, John.
Do you remember when he did that interview on the subway?
Dude, he mooned the fucking stands. He pulled down his drawers and showed his ass to the entire fan base at Shea Stadium.
Is John Rocker's son?
Yankee Stadium. I can't remember which New York team he did it for, but my God.
Spread.
Real quick, I love the John Rocker talk, but Jay, someone's asking in the chat about like, do we have email communication for picks and stuff? Like, how do you want to like give the sales pitch on like how we give?
I just told the guys you could either DM the Rum Pure Bets Twitter account, or you could DM my Twitter account at Keg RPS, and we can give you all the info that you need in terms of signing up. In terms of daily picks, you just go to the Rum Pure Bets. You go to the rumpuresports.com website. You click on bets, and we have a daily pick sheet of everybody's picks. For people that are thinking about signing up, we have every single handicapper that you can see for free by spreadsheet. Every pick that I've given since August, every pick that Joey has given, Spread has given, Mangone has given, Tyler has given, JJ has given. Right now, like, this is what I want to preach more than anything else. Right now, there are 2,740 picks on the spreadsheet right now. In terms of transparency, there is no website on the internet that has the level of transparency that we have. Whether we have guys that are up or down, you can see every single handicapper on the website, every pick that they've made since we've started the website on August 1st. Actually, the last week in July, if we're going to be technical. And you can see where the tally is. Right now, we're up 73 units on the whole. We're up 13 units in the month of June. I'm up 4 units in the month of June. Joey is up almost, he's up 7 units in the month of June. Tyler's up 8.5 units in the month of June. We have a couple guys that are down a few units in the month of June. It's all there on the website that you can see and track for free. And if you want the picks, then obviously you're a member. On top of the picks, we have endless live video content and articles daily for subscribers and on our YouTube channel, the Rum Pure Bets YouTube channel, for free. On top of that, the biggest attribute that Rum Pure Sports provides, whether you're a DFS member or you're a Bets member, is the subscriber Discord. There are hundreds of people that are sharp bettors that are in the Rum Pure Bets Discord. There are over 1,000 people that are DFS subscribers that are really sharp DFS guys. Plus, you have daily interactions and access to me, Joey, Spread, JJ, and Tyler on the bet side. And then you have access to people like JSU, who's probably the best DFS guy in the country. If he's not, Tony's right there. Then you have fucking machines like Mangone. You have Hoop. You have AP. And about 25 other people that work on the DFS side that you can literally ask them a question. Should I start this guy tonight? Or should I start that fucking guy tonight? And somehow, with as many subscribers as we have, we manage to answer every fucking question that you may have. So, like I said, there's literally no better value on the internet if you want to bet on sports or if you want to bet DFS than the team that we have at Rum Pure Sports. And we're really proud of the product. And it's reasonably cheap, man. If you bet $50 a game or you bet $100 a game, signing up for the website is a fucking no-brainer. If you enter contests where you're spending a couple $100 a night or even $50 a night, it's a no-brainer to sign up on the DFS side. So you can DM the Run Pure Sports Twitter account for information. You can DM the Run Pure Bets Twitter account for information. There's a ton of information on our website, runpuresports.com, and we'll get you set up. And that's that.
That was great.
Thank you, Joe.
Yep.
Very, very well said.
I think that's a fair description of what we do.
Yep. And I want to just stress, I'm hearing myself twice. I don't know where that's coming from. Probably Travis. But
Very hurtful.
it wasn't you.
Very hurtful.
Someone muted it.
Very
But
hurtful.
I really want to just stress the transparency, which you rarely see, especially on the bet side. You know, you see all these guys on Twitter. Oh, I'm putting a 5-unit play out. Guess what? We don't do any of that garbage. Every single play is 1 unit because we know slow and steady is going to win the race, and that's what's happening. That's why we're up 70 units. Every single play on that damn spreadsheet, except for Travis, put a 2-unit play on there. Every other one was 1 unit. Every single other play on that spreadsheet is 1 unit.
What was the one golden 2-unit play?
The Nets to win the East. But
This
yeah.
is fake news. 'Cause I know Big T put up some like 10-unit like bangers on.
We're not even talking about Big T because he hasn't put a play on the spreadsheet in God knows how long.
I know, but when he did his, what were the NFL ones, the Wong teasers?
Yeah.
He got some 3 units, some 2 units, but he crushed those. I will say,
He did.
Yeah, have you seen those pictures of the Bitcoin mining farms? Like those were our servers when Big T was putting on the spreadsheet.
By the way, one last thing about Big T. Remember, he used to always make fun of me. You put a 0.5 unit play up or to JJ. I just found some 0.5. I found a 0.25 unit play from Big T. So we got to get on him for that.
Yeah, you know what? To clarify, there are half-unit plays on the spreadsheet.
Yes.
But the point is there will never be a play that's over 1 unit. There's no 10-unit max bomb play.
We're not chasing a play Sunday night. We're down 3 units on the week or the day. We're not chasing 10-unit play of the day, blah, blah. We don't do that because we win over here, okay? If you want to lose, go follow the rest of those Twitter handicappers that don't keep a fucking record and give you the 10-unit play of the day every single day. Because guess what? You're going to be broke.
We don't have Joey Wales play of the day, his whale play?
Yeah.
Negative.
No.
I give out about 3-4 plays every day, and it's 1 unit every single play. If it's live, it's a half unit.
And the UFC as well, right? The UFC picks.
The UFC picks all 1 unit.
Yep, me and Joey do the UFC plays. I mean, you could always go to Vegas Dave and pay $1,000 for a 10-unit.
For a 10-unit play minus 300 pick. My fucking sister can make that pick.
Yep.
All right, but I had a good night. I don't know if we're wrapping this up, but I'm ready to go personally.
Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, same. Spread, make sure you Google Kumar Rocker and you'll see that it's not his kid. I'm not sure he would have named his kid Steve, Kumar, by the way.
And Steve, I'm not letting him get away with this. We will have a John Rocker conversation on the next Keg Live show. We're not letting him get out of this one that easily.
That's a good teaser.
Yeah.
All right, boys. We'll get out of here. Gavin, stay on for a few minutes, buddy, so I can talk to you. The next spread will be back tomorrow with the NBA rundown like normal. That'll be on our YouTube channel. Joey and JJ will be live this weekend with MLB videos.
I'll be back tomorrow, UFC fighter.
Oh, yeah. My bad. Yeah, Joey will have the Dakota Bush UFC fighter interview tomorrow. Tomorrow night, fucking Coop, man. He's like, I get off of work at midnight. We'll do a midnight NASCAR video live. So I'll probably be on really late Friday night doing a NASCAR video with Coop. Saturday, we got the UFC fight night. Gavin will hop on with me, Joey, if he's around and free. We have the NASCAR race on Saturday, and then Sunday we'll be back. Another Keg Live. We have a NASCAR. We got the Sunday at the Travelers Championship. Baseball. We got the NBA playoffs. A shit ton of content all week long. So just check us out either at runpuresports.com or go to the Run Pure Bets or Run Pure Sports YouTube page for all the free content. And other than that, boys, we don't have much. So we're out.
Other than that, we appreciate Travis, JSU, Steve Boylan, and Gavin for hanging out with us tonight. Can't connect and, go unsaid. Appreciate you guys. I know JSU's girlfriend's probably screaming at him all night. He hung out the whole show, all 3 hours.
I told her to go upstairs. We were picking winners in here.
I sent Mangone and JSU a Twitter message saying how much I appreciate them for coming on. And there'll be a shit ton of content all weekend long. And then Spread and Tyler will see you guys tomorrow at 1:00 for the NBA rundown. Aside from that, we're out.